Hello, welcome to Stretford, Paddock. Welcome to the watchalong for today's game for Manchester United against Crystal Palace. Today I'm joined by Ronaldo. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, thank you.
Patrick, how you doing?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing really good, actually. I'm excited for the game.
Yeah.
We did the team news before, obviously we'll go over that again. What do you think to the team? So if you want to give us a quick run through the team.
So it's the exact same team that started off against Wolves.
Yeah.
A bit disappointed to not see Gomez on the bench.
Yeah.
I think that's the major talking point for me.
Yeah.
And I think there's an argument that you could have made that it would have been nice to see Greenwood start maybe ahead of James.
Yeah.
But you got to give James some time to get used to it, I guess.
What do you think to the starting lineup? Obviously, we'll go through it quickly. It's De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof, Shaw, and then McTominay and Pogba in that two-man sort of pivot in the middle there. And then we've got James, Lingard, and Rashford in behind Martial. Like I said, it's the same team that started against the Wolves game. And Solskjaer seemed to be slightly. He didn't really want to make those subs early on, which suggests to me that he isn't necessarily quite so keen on certain people like Greenwood. Do you think it would have been nice to see maybe Greenwood, maybe Gomez in this game, or do you think this is a good starting lineup?
Probably on paper, it's our strongest lineup.
Yeah,
if you look at it, it's not really. There's not much you can change. They would argue. Some fans may argue that Gomez is a little bit more creative than Lingard is, which is. Probably could be true, but
we've never seen it in the Premier League.
We're not seeing it in the Premier League. I mean, we know Lingard's got a job. He's got a role.
Yeah, exactly.
He fits the system very well, and like that high tempo pressing.
I think it does depend on the game as well. So, against a top six side, Lingard's pressing is very, very effective.
Yeah.
But we're going to be dominating possession in this game. So you probably want someone who's going to run at the defence more, or at least be better in possession.
Yeah.
Your Mata or your Gomez, for example.
I think it's good. One thing saying that we're going to dominate possession, but it's you still want to press high, and if you can pick the ball up off Palace's defence, if we can win the ball back, really
very
high
effective,
up, that is it's still worth having someone who's good at pressing on that, even if
absolutely.
we assume we're going to have most of the possession anyway. But I do see the point of, especially Greenwood. I think he seems to have.
He's ready.
He's sort of a step ahead of Gomez, I think, in terms of he's on the bench every game. He's come on.
I would have liked to have possibly seen. The only change I'd make is Daniel James, because I personally think against sides like this where they're probably going to be in two banks of four, very negative, very compact, and James throughout the pre-season and the first couple of games, he's not really shown me that he's got. As I've said, he looks quite limited in terms of the fact that he's got pace.
Yeah,
that's pretty much his main attribute. But at the moment, it actually looks like it's his only attribute.
He did get a goal against Chelsea though.
But that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. He got a goal in aspect. He came on last 20 minutes, tired defense, counter attack, and he's running.
He's great as a sub player to deploy.
Yeah,
I agree. I think those 20 minutes you throw James on, tired defenders are going to be.
But do you think Greenwood or Gomez are necessarily more suited to the Premier League than James is? Do you think?
I think Greenwood possibly offers something in that final third that James doesn't.
Goal threat, yeah.
Although the thing is, Greenwood is a true striker. He can play wing, but really and truly, you want to play him as a striker. So what do you do then?
Yeah, exactly.
You can't push Martial, for example, out onto the wing or Rashford onto the wing or. As a fluid front three in the future, as we develop into the season, those three will probably work.
But do you think, because the question is, obviously we know Greenwood can score goals. He's got, with both feet, he's brilliant from the goal. Is he as good a creator as James is? Does he break through the lines with the ball as well as James does?
I've yet to see James necessarily create something truly. I've seen him get past players. Yeah, that's nice. I've seen him run defenders down to the ground. Yeah, but I haven't necessarily seen that killer pass or that killer finish. Yes, he scored against Chelsea, but he definitely got lucky with it going underneath the keeper. Right?
He got a bit lucky with the goal.
But I definitely agree with Ronaldo that he just lacks that thing in the final third.
Literally, I've not seen much of a 1v1 game. His problem is he's very, very, very one-dimensional at the moment, and basically what I see is he has an opportunity to go 1v1, and then he literally will run at the defender to the edge of the box and just pass backwards or pass across.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not sure. Maybe we'll see the best of him when he gets a little bit more belief, though. Obviously, he's playing for United. He's a young player.
Yeah, it's a difficult.
And he's kind of thinking like, I don't want to mess up. I don't want to do this. Don't want to do that. When he gets out of his comfort zone, maybe we'll see him progress. But at the moment, throughout pre-season, first couple of games, I think he looks really limited in the final third. I need to see more than just him being fast.
Yeah, what I find really exciting though is that we're looking at this starting 11 and name a Deadwood player in that starting 11.
Yeah, people
right?
there was a lot of complaints pre-season, wasn't there, about we had moved people along. Jones, Rojo, Sanchez, Smalling, Young, all of these players that, whilst a lot of them are still at the club, Matic even, they're not getting games. They're not playing for United now, and obviously we're struggling to ship players on. I think partly because of the wages that we pay people in contracts and stuff. But in terms of actually what this starting lineup is, one of the youngest in the league. David De Gea is the oldest player in the team again. Like, there's no deadwood in this team, is there?
And
so I think it's definitely a step
forward.
forward.
If you throw Greenwood and Gomez and Garner as the season progresses as well,
he's not brilliant for the under-23 so far.
Yeah. Oh, he looks mint.
Yeah.
You see that Newcastle tweet where it was like, "Oh, Garner, who's also played in the Premier League."
Yeah, such a
you're like, he's played 2 minutes.
It's just like Newcastle. If no one saw it,
just accept that your academy is just nowhere near.
Yeah, James Garner scored against the Newcastle under-23s yesterday. And the Newcastle basically tweeted like, James Garner, who has played for Man United's first team, like basically saying they shouldn't be playing for the under-23s. He's 18 and he's played like you said 2 minutes for the first team. It's such a solid tweet.
Sour great.
Like, he can't play for us. He can't play for them. He's too old. He's 18.
It's so
Get
stupid,
over it.
man.
But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of exciting players coming through, and I think it is good where we are that this team does seem to have sort of progressed a lot from last season, even if a lot of those players are still at the club.
See, like, even if we finish 5th, say, this season, but we say win the Europa League or win an FA Cup or something like that, but we see this new generation of players integrated, I wouldn't obviously be satisfied without getting top 4, but I'd be quite. I'd be positive still if we were integrating.
But it all depends on the feeling, doesn't it? Because I think a lot, when we finished second under Mourinho, we finished second, and it didn't feel it felt crap.
Yeah.
Whereas if we're playing fast, quick, attacking football, like I said, with young players, and we feel like there's another crop of young players coming through for next season as well, I think that's just a different feeling, isn't it? It's all how it feels at the end of the season. But I think so far so good. And what about the back five?
Have you seen Zaha and Wan-Bissaka having a proper friendly catch up in the tunnel? Yeah, I hope that doesn't carry on to the pitch though.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll
Wan-Bissaka just 2 foot.
Yeah. I look at the league table there. United in 4th currently. I think so. If we win this game, we should go top. I don't think any of those other 3 are playing now, are they?
No, Liverpool, Arsenal
at 5, and then Man City play tomorrow, I think.
So we do know that either one of the top 2 are going to drop points tonight anyway.
Yeah. So if we win this game, we will go at least 3rd. Won't we?
Yeah.
Because we have to go above one of those 2.
It would be a good start to the season if we get 3 points here.
Yeah, 7 points from 3 games would be brilliant.
It's a tough game.
Yeah.
Draw's acceptable. If we win this game, we win the game after that.
Yeah.
We can move forward.
We can get a little bit. We might have got a little bit greedy, but hoping that beat Wolves, we beat these, we beat Chelsea. But
right, so we've got about 3 minutes till kick-off. What are your predictions for this game?
Right.
Go on, what do you think?
I was just looking at the fixtures. I was thinking very winnable games, though.
They are very winnable games.
Yeah.
I think
next few.
Southampton away. West Ham away. Really and truly, if we were going to win top 4, you're winning all those.
You got to win those.
Yeah.
You do, but less. The team that finishes 4th will finish somewhere around 30 points behind City.
Yeah, we have to.
You've got a lot. You can drop a lot of points and still finish 4th. The key is when you do drop points, you have to recover and react.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So if we drop points to 1 or maybe 2 of those, it's still not the end of the world. But we just need to get a run at some point in the season and put it together because no one's expecting us to challenge for the title, are we? So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So go on then. What do you think? What are you thinking today?
I just had a feeling walking into town. It's sunny. There's ridiculous number of people around. Everybody's in a good mood.
Why is that?
75,000 people going to Old Trafford. It's just there's something going on. I feel like it's going to be a mad game, like a 5-2 United.
5-2. Yeah.
Something create an open game.
We saw the
Norwich game. We saw the Norwich game was 3-2.
Yeah, that was a good game.
That was very open game.
What are you thinking? So 5-2 United.
Just something mental.
What an absolute prediction! Normally it's 2-1, 5-2.
Why not?
He's gone for it.
Why not? You're all going to say 2-1 or something.
I'm saying 3-1.
3-1.
Okay,
I think 2-0 United. I think they'll look good.
See, that's what I'm saying. You're all going to go with boring predictions.
Yeah,
I'm just going to go outlandish.
Yeah.
I don't care.
All right then. 5-2. I know that's
just had a feeling walking into town.
I think our defence looks good. Obviously, we conceded. The only goal we've conceded so far was that absolute insane goal from Neves. Some V and some S and an M. But other than that, I think the defence looked pretty solid. I can't see us conceding too many goals. I think maybe 2-1 at most, but I think 2-0. Yeah, I think we'll score.
It's sensible.
Yeah, we've got about a minute till kick-off now.
It's looking beautiful though, Old Trafford.
Get your predictions in as well. Let us know what you think the game's going to be like today. Do you expect more of the same from United, more like high pressing style, or do you think we might see something different today? I think Wan-Bissaka, his quotes in the week talking about how he just loves tackling. I love that. I love seeing
that. When was the last time we had a
proper loves tackling?
You could say that about because Ashley Young, I don't think he cared particularly about tackling.
No,
like Wan-Bissaka, that's what you want in a right back.
Yeah, although my worry is still that someone's going to try and exploit how much he likes tackling. I don't know how they're going to do it, but he loves it so much. Surely there's like a little trick someone could do to sort of get around it.
There's that Maldini
I'm yet to see it.
Tweet, isn't there? Not tweet. There's that Maldini quote where it's like, "Oh, I hate tackling because if I have to make a tackle, then I know I've failed." But that doesn't necessarily apply to modern day fullbacks.
No, I think a fullback is, well, I don't know. He likes tackling and he does it well, doesn't he? So I think if he gets the tackle, I think honestly, it looked like sometimes in the Wolves game he was giving the ball away so he could tackle people. There was a point where he passed the ball and he just went 2 yards to one of their players and he just slammed through him and gave a throw away. It looked like he was doing it on purpose. Right, we kicked off.
Right, the game kicked off.
Yeah. We've got Azam in the comments saying 5-0 Man United. We've got 3-0 United, 4-0. I like the confidence in the defence here. A lot of nils. I'm seeing a lot of nils for Crystal Palace.
More confident in it than I've been for many seasons.
People in the comments asking if anyone's got a link to watch the game. No. It's illegal. You're not allowed to watch it. No. Just watch us watching it instead and we'll tell you what's going on.
Have us on the background.
Yeah, exactly. Man United are the best team ever. Couldn't agree more, mate. Honestly.
Facts.
Yeah. Jordan Ayew. Is he? I always get confused with the Ayew's. Is he the one that was at Swansea?
He's the worst one, I think.
He's the worst of the two. Yeah.
He's the worst Ayew.
No, because the other Ayew was quite successful in Europe. Who did he play for?
Lindelof playing it nicely back.
Yeah, that's been nice, hasn't it? The Lindelof-Maguire partnership. It seems
that could blossom. That could blossom nicely.
It's interesting as well how I think. Well, I can't think of another United player in recent years who had such a bad start, maybe since De Gea actually, who had such a bad start to their career, like Carragher saying that Lindelof wasn't good enough for the Premier League.
Yeah.
So many pundits basically just ruling him out, saying he's just not good enough.
Yeah, last season was
and
a season in which because I was like, why have we got this guy playing? He looked not very good on the ball. Then as the season progressed last season, he really came into himself.
Yeah.
And he started proving why he's a good centre back. Along as the athletic one, alongside sort of just slabhead. Just knocking balls out the park. That could be a good partnership. That was a great pass.
Yeah,
crossfield.
Just the way he changed people's minds and how Carragher, came out this start of the season saying that he was wrong and he's proved him wrong. All that kind of thing.
Foul.
Since De Gea, that's the first time we've seen that.
I think we're going to see sort of like you're saying, a 2-back 4 of Crystal Palace. Just kick in and tactical fouls are going to be
very slow at the moment, isn't it? Very.
They still
that's
kind of. I don't think there's much in that.
No, there's not. You shouldn't just be able to. Very bit close to his face, but what are you going to do? I think exactly what we expected in the first couple minutes. United dominating possession, passing it round. Just going to wait for that moment.
I think we haven't actually seen that much of Maguire pushing up with the ball, have we? In the first couple of games, it looks good on the ball.
He's just pushed past the halfway line there.
Yeah, but not past.
I'm not sure why Luke Shaw ran infield there.
Yeah.
Surely he should have just. He literally made the pass more difficult. He should have just held the touchline. Yeah, and that would have just dropped straight on his chest.
I think even when we're attacking, he does try to underlap quite a lot. Like Martial or Rashford might drag the ball out quite wide, and he'll try and go on the inside.
Yeah.
But that does create problems for us on the counter attack because he does kind of get lost in no man's land, and he's not necessarily the best at tracking back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you see him doing that like upright jog back a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, but the fact that he's now the weak link in the back 4 is such a massive improvement.
Yeah,
such a massive improvement.
I think it's slightly unfair to call him the weak link as well. I think he's hopefully there's more to go. He looks a bit bigger again, doesn't he?
He does. I mean, that's what
I've been told to move away a bit from the mic. Okay. I'm a bit too close. Sorry, bro.
Someone put guy on the left is far too loud, and then someone put Ronaldo, move away from the mic, step away from the mic.
My apologies.
Yeah, we're all sort of sat back a bit, and he's proper like just dropping his voice straight.
James linking up.
Why on earth? See, why did he not drive in there?
Yeah,
it's just decision making now.
Proper. Don't know what happened there.
Is he offside there?
Onside.
No, he's on. I think he came off a Crystal Palace player. It's a corner to United.
A couple of strange decisions being made. He could have just set that to James as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have just played for the corner.
Yeah, as our stream of the game freezes. What? Everything's everything.
We're visualising it in our mind.
Anything that's live is streamed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No comment.
Radio streams. Someone's still saying, Ronaldo, you're too close to the mic. Spelling Mike like M-I-K-A.
Lingard out wide.
I think this is what we've just seen, but we're waiting for everything to come back through again.
There we go. It's definitely a corner now. Anyway,
we've got a nice bit of sound on this one as well. Perfect.
Van Aanholt, I feel like he's been around for a while.
Yes, he was He was linked to a lot of teams over the years, wasn't he? I think
was he a winger originally and then became a fullback? Or am I imagining that?
No, I think he was. I think most modern day fullbacks that seems to be
some sort of tactic here.
Yeah.
3 of them in line.
Some sort of tactic. How dare they?
Oh, McTominay getting his head on it.
Oh, right, yeah.
On top of that.
Yeah.
Or under, yeah.
There we go.
We don't do much from set pieces, do we?
No, we need to do. Considering we now have.
Literally been aiming for Maguire every single corner.
I know, but we see almost like we're over relying on him a little bit. I think it's weird that we don't see more creative, set pieces happening. Like, why doesn't every team have loads of weird plays and?
It's such a valuable opportunity if you do
American
it right
football stuff like that.
Yeah.
Would that work? Would it not work or something? Because no one does it really, do they? You occasionally say, "Oh, there's one from the training ground." Well, shouldn't every free kick be from somebody from the training ground? Why are we not practicing this?
Yeah, you're Burnley like a nice, free kick because they have such big players, and to a team like that who don't get to create many open play opportunities, they're invaluable. England did it in the World Cup.
Yeah. And they're brilliant. Right. I honestly think there's so much more scope for creative set pieces generally.
Just knocks it too far.
Like, these players are good enough to make runs and specific passes and to make specific runs in a short sort of organised space like that, and yet everyone just relies on just chip it into the box and hopefully we win the header.
Something that everybody has seen, everybody can expect.
It just seems like everyone just takes it for granted that that's just what you do.
I can't remember it specifically, but it was a stat where it's like corners, for example, where again you could possibly see something more clever being happening. Only about 5% of corners or something lead to goals.
Well, I saw something as well that you're more likely to, in terms of the percentage chance of you scoring, you're more likely to throw from an opposition's throwing in their own half than you are from your corner. So there was something potentially to be said for kicking the ball out from your corner for their throw and then pressing up against that. But obviously no one would do that because it seems as though you give
whenever you get a throw in deep in your own half, it is dangerous.
Horrible,
it is dangerous.
It's so hard to clear it out. And yet,
free kick here though.
Oh, there's a free kick. Kelly on was it Pogba?
No, Rashford.
Was it?
It's like
he's looked. Oh no, it is Rashford.
Yeah. Martial.
Yeah, it's like the Barcelona back in the day. Just take every corner short. And then just try and build something. And then just try and build something.
There's got to be a better opportunity, especially for a team like Barcelona where they didn't have many big players in that squad.
They just played it short, played pass round, and just played football in the final.
Rashford standing over this free kick. Maguire giving him some instructions, so I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. It's still closer now.
That's a bit
too far, too close.
Yeah.
It's
almost like we should have done a mic check.
Yeah, but then they'll say it's
almost.
Then they'll say it's too far.
Rashford stands over it.
Move the mic away. We get it, Jimmy. Oh, the alarm's going off, which is good.
Wait, so you're enjoying that probably?
How does Luke Shaw blast that over from inside the box?
I think we're after that.
Maguire doesn't quite get his head
Maguire at the back winning the ball. It seems as though we're almost using Maguire to sort of head it back to everyone else, aren't we?
Yeah, he really leans back.
Because he's not going to score from there.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing a lot. I found in corners, Maguire heads it back
trying to nod it down to everyone.
He is
true.
He is looking bigger though, Luke Shaw.
That's what. No, I'm saying Luke Shaw has definitely got the body type of where if he doesn't play for 2 weeks or maybe
that stops being muscle and that starts.
He'll just be fat.
Yeah, because he came back when he came back to pre-season. That picture of him looking like some sort of CGI skeleton with those big fake teeth and like proper sucked in face, and now he just looks like he's been in Greg's for a month again. It's about.
Really bizarre.
In Greg's, you know.
Everyone likes Greg's.
Everybody does like Greg's. Not sponsored this, unfortunately.
No, we should be sponsored by Greg's. If Greg's want to get in touch.
The Greg's watch along. Sounds good, that's what I'm
going
to say.
That. Or even a Coupland's watch along.
Greg's watch along.
Any of your northern sort of bakeries, we're in.
Here we go.
That's great. Stepping
Maguire
up
picking up the
Maguire
ball.
there and a brilliant ball.
Here comes Rashford, goal finish.
Good tackle.
Rashford.
Fantastic play by Maguire there.
Rashford was in on goal there and then just completely fluffed his lines.
It was a good tackle. It was good tracking back. But
the ball was maybe very slightly behind him, but brilliant.
This is fantastic by Maguire. Yeah, this is what you want
to
see.
The thing is, Milivojevic was actually on the floor in his own final third.
Yeah, no doubt would have been called cheaters or something.
Yeah.
No, it's just a perfect ball.
He just missed the ball.
I don't know. He does get. There's a hand on his back. It's not a foul, but it's not going to help him.
Yeah,
that probably would have been a foul. They probably wouldn't have counted.
Yeah, was it Lingard?
I think Rashford just missed the ball. Just swung and missed the ball.
Yeah, but I'm saying I feel like maybe the hand on his back maybe manoeuvred him or something. I don't know. Also, yeah, he does just miss the ball anyway.
Just a swing and a miss from Rashford. But good play though, brilliant by Maguire, stepping up and lovely through ball as well.
And that's exactly what we wanted to see from him. Somebody who isn't afraid to take the ball forward a few paces and find a pass.
Yeah, and to just read the game so well as to step up and just win it back without having, like I said, didn't have to make a tackle there because he read the game so well.
What do you think of Pogba playing so deep? What a pass from him just now.
Yeah.
But what do you think about him playing so deep? Do you prefer him further forward?
Have you not underrated? Is it not underrated how strong Martial is?
Yeah,
he's an absolute beast.
I like.
We're Martial FC over here. But
his hold ups like
it's good, better than Lukaku's.
I might put my mic in the middle of the table.
Just use my mic.
Yeah.
Shout into mine, turn yours off. I think I like Pogba a bit further back.
Do you? As a deep line player?
Yeah, because it gives him. I think sometimes people expect too much from him, and I think with him being sat a bit further back, his expectations are slightly more limited, and he can just get the ball, pick it up, play it through the lines, which he's the best at in our team. Or do you think he's wasted?
I'm the opposite. I think he's better when he's playing further forward. Personally, I get playing him further back because he gets more game time. But further forward, his creative side can come out a bit more.
Yeah.
I don't know, Ronaldo. What do you think?
Getting comfy in here.
Further forward or further back for Pogba?
Further forward. I reckon if you ask Pogba where he wanted to play, he'd be like Cam.
Yeah, that's why I think he plays better. Personally, I get having him as that deep line playmaker, but he's not defensive. And he never will be. He's an attacking player.
I think you'd be actually shocked how dangerous Pogba would be as a cam.
Yeah, he'd be
like him behind the striker kind of thing.
Well, he got loads of
basically where Lingard's playing.
Where Lingard?
If you had a better CDM option than Matic,
boom, McTominay,
him, and then Pogba in front.
Fantastic.
I think that's the problem.
That's what I would always do.
I think that's why he is playing there, is because we don't have another option.
Didn't Pogba play cam against City for a game, and he just bossed it, and he scored twice as well.
Played Cam a lot under Solskjaer last season, really.
When he's further forward, he gets into the box, scores headers like he did against Chelsea,
and he's a bully.
And
yeah, I think
he is. He's able to take more shots from more dangerous areas.
If you
have your most creative player in the player position that you want the creativity to happen, better things happen, surely. But there we go.
It's all about the balance of the squad, though, and it's
Absolutely.
not just about Pogba. We've got Lingard, we've got Gomez, we've got Mata, we've got Greenwood, or who can play as a cam, but we don't have many people who can play in a two in front of the defence. So Pogba has to play there.
Yeah, I think he's got a nosebleed or something. Ward.
Be down for a while, isn't it?
Yeah,
something's bleeding anyway.
He's been taken off the pitch finally. Took themselves a while.
Ward being taken to a
ward.
Nice. To the ward.
Very well done, Ronaldo.
That was really good. Thank you for that.
That was actually terrible.
No, man, it's all about puns and such. So how do you think Crystal Palace are going to approach it, though? Because we've already seen they've got no possession.
No. I think it's just going to be a lot of the same. I think they're going to try and get counter-attacks, maybe even later on as we
West Ham
tire.
Leading. There you go.
I think as United get tired.
Rashford free kicks again.
Oh, that wasn't a million miles away, but it wasn't the best.
It was still 1 mile away, though. It wasn't a million, but it was 1 mile away. How far away was that? Probably 5 yards. Yeah.
Rashford again, not close from his free kicks.
Yeah, it's a weird one. Why doesn't Rashford penalties, Pogba free kicks?
I don't know why I insist on.
Don't know why Pogba doesn't take free kicks.
No, Ashley Young, mate, get him on. Every time we have a dangerous free kick.
Yeah,
guaranteed top bin.
Get him on like a kicker in American football. He just comes on, takes the free kick, goes back off again.
Roll on, roll off.
And then get paid nearly $1 million a year for it.
Madness.
You don't understand how important a kicker can be.
But you get fired if you miss like twice. You're fired, aren't you? So
sometimes there literally a kicker will be on for the last 20 seconds of a game.
Everything's on him.
Fourth down, everything's on him, or for the team to either win, lose, or tie.
Didn't Harry Kane talk about wanting to go and, when he's like later on in his football career, go and do kicking?
He doesn't make enough. He can make more money doing literally anything else than doing that.
Why
would he move to a country
when he was injured and he just went and had a jolly watching the New England Patriots? Just sort of, you're just like,
he can make more than $1 million a year being a pundit. Why would he be a kicker for an NFL team?
I don't know, if you enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's like, a lot of older players go and either play abroad or some of them even carry on playing like non-league
but they don't
football.
play different sports though, do they?
No.
You don't see that very often, unless it's like Michael Jordan or something.
I mean, you see rugby players like
playing American football.
Stuff. Like, there's a rugby player who's joined like UFC or something now.
Yeah.
And then there's a rugby player who, like you said, wants to play American football.
Yeah.
But then there's clear transferable skills.
Yeah, and also when you just think of the money of it, like if you're a rugby player and you can play in the NFL, and you can earn literally 10 times the money you could earn.
It's just a worse sport. That's the only thing.
Well, maybe it's yeah,
that's up for debate.
One of our producers isn't happy.
I'd say NFL's better.
You prefer it to rugby?
Yeah.
No, I've always enjoyed rugby.
Oh, that's a foul.
Ireland are going to win the World Cup, but that's neither here nor there.
Are you a fan of Ireland?
Yeah, never liked English rugby. Ireland always.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
All my family's from Ireland. I was born in London.
So you're from London and you support Ireland?
Yeah. I played rugby growing up, and I never liked. Oh, that's nice.
Dan James.
James. Oh, look. See how apprehensive he looks.
There, though. He didn't do anything
wrong. The conviction.
He got that on target.
He
it
could
was
have maybe got it in the corner a bit more.
But promising signs.
Yeah, that was good.
This is very nice.
It's a good run from Luke Shaw and a brilliant pass to find him as
well.
What
I was saying earlier about the underlap.
That's all right. That was deep. Yeah, good block, good
solid
defending.
Shot, gets it across the goal on target.
Here comes to the corner. But it's promising signs,
Yeah.
We're dominating possession and we're making chances.
Yeah.
Which you couldn't
Maguire playing as a winger here, chips the ball in, gets another corner. Yeah, it's good maintain pressure again, isn't it?
Right. So I don't feel like last season. I feel like if we had possession, we weren't making chances.
Joshua Rainwright says, thoughts on the Bury FC situation. Bro, I have no idea.
It's nice.
I barely understand that.
It's nice to see that they've hopefully been saved, I believe. That's the last information I read. That it's awaiting EFL confirmation.
Yeah.
But there has been an owner found. But it was madness how their owner was going on BBC Radio 5 and saying, I didn't even know there was a football club in Bury before he bought it.
I mean, it's pathetic.
That's been mad, man.
It's
nice to see that a historical club's been saved.
Yeah.
You never want to see a football club, any football club, go bust.
No.
Yeah.
Never.
No, it's it's sad. It's a sad situation, isn't it? Especially when you see the fans talking about how they get out of there every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully they can be saved and stuff. But it's just pathetic that owners like that can be allowed to buy teams just essentially. What is that on a whim? What's he trying to do there then? If you
he just bought it on a whim because it's a statement, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just pathetic.
And then he was doing all these radio appearances to try and get the fans to raise money to pay off the debts. No, you're the owner.
How about you don't buy a team if you can't afford to have a football team?
How about you don't pay ridiculous wages to try and get promoted?
It's like when you see people on Facebook trying to sell their dog because they can't afford food for it. It's like, you knew how much dog food cost when you bought the dog. Like, it's not the dog's fault.
You knew that the insurance was going to be $3,000.
Yeah, it's just pathetic, isn't it? But hopefully,
Crystal Palace just bopping it around the press at the moment, but
Wan-Bissaka just interception.
Wan-Bissaka winning it back, yeah.
He's James.
Out to James. He's fouled so often, Dan James.
Man, he's a small
guy. And he's got that little bit of thing about him where he looks like he's always half falling over.
Yeah.
But it's his first touch here, though. Gets it out of the way nicely. He does well there to win the foul.
Yeah,
he's surrounded by about 3 Palace players there.
Did well, he played for that.
Maybe could afford to try and stand up a few more times, though. You know what I mean? If he does get contact, he's gone to ground.
Yeah.
Maybe he could try and.
But there, I don't think he could have stayed up there.
No.
I think he just took his legs out from under him.
No.
I'm surprised it wasn't a yellow card, to be honest, because it was a cliff. He knew he wasn't going to get the ball, didn't he? Here we are again on the ball.
I'd be interested to see the average position that the back line takes when we're in possession under Ole, or at least the beginning of this season, as opposed to how it was under Mourinho. Because I feel like it's a lot further forward. They are on the halfway line.
Yeah.
And Maguire is not afraid to sort of take the ball forward.
Yeah, and look how high up the Luke Shaw is there. It's literally just the 2 centre-backs, and then you've got sort of 20, 30 metres between...
Oh, that was.
If he meant that.
we're going to say he did. Let's carry on.
Yeah, we'll say, mate.
You're just knocking him everything he does, aren't
James
you?
out wide.
He meant it, bless him. Martial trying to dribble through about 4 players there.
I can't. No, I don't. I'm struggling to see who's Martial and Rashford.
It's very far away from us, to be fair.
Yeah, the telly's
that's not on us.
That's
about
not 30 feet away, the other side of the room. It is a massive telly, but some of the finer details are quite hard to make out. But
they're wearing the same boots, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless they're facing the other way, and you can see the number on the shirt.
And that wasn't a particularly good ball from Pogba crossfield. Yeah. He does go for these outrageous passes sometimes.
But he has to though, because no one else in the squad.
Well,
does.
no, and you're absolutely right. I'm not trying to say that.
No, I know you're not. Yeah, but some people do.
He's always trying to go for these Hollywood passes.
Yeah, he's a really good footballer who's good at making difficult passes. That's why he's in the team, because he can make passes no one else can make. You have to
buy a ticket to win the raffle. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and if we don't have him in the team, no one is making those passes. It's like, is it like when someone scores an amazing goal, you don't say, why did he try and dribble around all those players?
No,
because he can.
So you
that's why
take the Rashford goal against Tottenham in the league last season.
Yeah.
That fantastic ball from Pogba after
exactly.
Lingard pressure.
We'll just take the Chelsea game this season. No one else in the squad can chip that ball over the defence like Pogba did. That's why he makes those passes, because he can make those passes.
That Daniel James goal against Chelsea was fantastic.
First tackle of the game from Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah. He's been intercepting everything though, to be fair. He's been on the ball a lot. But where Pogba picked the ball up deep and just carried it forward, bit of a 1-2, I think it was Martial, took the ball from one end of the pitch to the other end of the pitch. Yeah. That is what I want to see.
And sometimes you try that and you get tackled and you look stupid. But the reason he tries it is because when he doesn't get that happens. Exactly. No one else in the squad can do that like he can. So he has to. You take high risk chances because he can complete those chances more often than anyone else. So that's all it is. Like, what are you going to say to him? Don't make any of those passes that separate you from being a good player to being a world class player.
Yeah, don't do that.
Just completely.
Don't try and be a good player.
Yeah, it's just stupid. It is literally just people criticising him for the sake of it. And what do you think of this new rule? How you're allowed defenders in the box, the 18-yard box, from goal kicks? Because I think it's almost tailor made for United building out from the back, isn't it?
Well, that's the reason the rule's been brought in, to try and enable teams to build out of the back more effectively.
Yeah.
Because previously it's so hard to do.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
You weren't even penalised for it. You just had to retake the goal.
Yeah, if anyone didn't know, you didn't used to be able to take a goal kick and then receive the ball inside the 18-yard box. But every other type of free kick, you can play it short. Except a goal kick for some reason.
There you go. You saw the possession stat there, though. 74%.
Half turn, Lingard.
Yeah, amazing. And it's come with a bit of threat as well. It's not just sort of that, what I like to call it, a Van Gaal possession that we used to have, where it was just pass it just across the lines non-stop. There's been
very Dutch.
Yeah.
Lingard needs to play a little bit more on a half turn though.
Yeah, I agree.
He's receiving it and then going back where he's facing quite often.
But we've had possession. I think it's interesting to see how we build up when we don't dominate possession, right? Because against Chelsea we were on the counter-attack the whole game and we were very deadly on that.
Yeah.
When we have this slower type of build-up, how does that work? You see Maguire there, stepping like right into the middle of the field.
Playing as a midfielder, isn't he, essentially, when we've got the ball. Like I said, the centre-backs are pressing so high and playing so high, they are playing like deep-line midfielders. And there's Pogba playing on the half-turn.
Couldn't quite get anything. Get it out wide once more. No.
Great.
Sure.
Rashford in there, playing it across.
Promising though.
Good play though. That was Pogba, wasn't it, picking the ball up? Yeah, he looked really good.
Pogba's look creative. And look what happens when he's further forward.
Well, that's the thing. He's stepping up into that position because the centre backs are playing that role. Because you've got McTominay who's just sitting in
Which is why there's a big ask for McTominay this whole season. The corner didn't come to anything, unfortunately. But it's why there's a big ask on McTominay this season to cover when Pogba does that.
Yeah.
And he's in at one of those positions where mistakes that you make a scene. That was very nice down the left.
Nice bit of interplay between Pogba and Rashford. Stands the
nice
ball
up,
in.
Oh,
good defending.
Pogba.
You've got to shoot first time, Pogba.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think
comes back out to though. Rashford.
Is offside there?
Free kick, edge of the box.
No. Right on the edge of the box.
Right, Pogba now.
It's another time for a Rashford special.
What are you expecting here? Rashford just ping it 20 yards over the bar? Yeah. Is he scored a free kick for United before, hasn't he? He has scored at least one.
That's nice for McTominay to get that out from that position, to be fair.
It's a little bit soft. What you got to do. Yeah, Pogba's at least in the running.
Rashford's got it though, hasn't he? Rashford's holding it.
He's always going to be there because even if he doesn't take it, you want to.
He literally wants to take everything, Rashford.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be bad having.
You kind of want that from a player as well.
Yeah, it's good. It's decent mentality.
Maguire trying to get a sniff as well.
You know what? Imagine the scenes Maguire top bins.
Well, he's got to start threatening with his free kicks though.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it needs to. Yeah. We need because this is a sort of position where you have to be hitting the target here. Like, why are you taking free kicks if you don't?
Juan Mata free kick territory. This isn't.
Yeah.
Bang it and see what happens. This is.
Oh, it's a really short.
This is put centrally.
You reckon he'll shift it to Pogba?
You know what? That wouldn't be too bad, would it? Let's see. Here we go.
He looks like
the comments have already probably gone mental if we have scored.
Yeah.
I don't want to see them.
No, I think this is live.
Not bad.
It's the fact he went keeper side as well.
I think he's expecting the goal to
catch
move
him out.
across,
I suppose. It's one of those where you think. Like you were saying, set pieces are valuable opportunities. Why do you waste them?
It does feel like we just sort of waste a lot, doesn't it? He's expecting the goal to move across. That's a lot closer than.
Yeah, but
it's looked.
He's gone. Oh, he's tried to catch him out.
Yeah, still a yard over though, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's obviously got that technique, that sort of Ronaldo style technique, but. When is he
in
going to hit the target?
No, in my opinion, he's running out of attempts. Surely.
The same way Pogba's running out of penalty attempts.
Surely there's got to be a point where someone else is like Rashford. Give me a go on the free kick, please.
Come on, mate. Dan James sat down there. Looks like he's got a
problem
with his ankle, maybe, or his calf.
We had Juan Mata 5 years younger, where he could be a first-team player, because Juan Mata would have pushed
Mata's deadly from that area.
That free kick against Juventus, for example.
So, Cam, anything for us? No.
No snacks. I feel like we do. I feel like we do have a budget for snacks, and I feel like we're not receiving them right now.
He's dishing out Subways.
Producers are dishing out.
This is madness.
Subways to trouble. And we're on.
Here you go, mate.
On the stream, starving.
Yeah, exactly. I'm expecting snacks.
On the stream, starving, bro.
We're starving out here, mate.
Oh, look at him! Look at him eating.
He's just eating half a 6-inch sub in one mouthful.
You guys
takes after his mother with that.
You guys barely beat Norwich today, so there's no point having a conversation.
Get Greenwood on.
Yeah, I think it'd be Pereira, wouldn't it? We'd probably say.
That would be. That's
the game. He's running.
What's your Subway? What's your sub of choice then? Let's have a bit of this because I'm seeing a Subway and I want to talk about Subway.
I'm a big fan of veggie patty. Veggie patty, olives, sweet
corn,
can
we just
let's
people
move
just
on
talk
from
about the veggie patty?
We'll move on from that. I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
I want to see everyone's Subway order in the chat, and we'll go through a few and we'll rate them for you. So veggie patty, which is the most insane thing you can possibly say.
It's quality. That's what I'm going to say.
Veggie patty. What else? What's going on there? What salad we're talking? What sauces we're talking?
We're talking lettuce, olives, sweet corn.
Oh my god!
Jalapenos.
Lost his mind.
Bit of ranch.
Imagine having olives and sweet corn in the same meal.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
A bit of ranch, okay. I'm going to rate that, honestly,
0.
1 out of 10.
That's fine. Yeah? That's fine. That's calm. I like it, so I don't care.
What's your sub order?
I like it, so I don't care.
What's your sub order?
I said I pretend.
Chipotle
chicken.
Ooh, okay.
Red onions.
Nice.
Standard.
Bit of red onion.
Lettuce. Sweet corn. Sweet chili.
Sauce. Yeah.
And maybe if I'm feeling a bit adventurous, mayo.
Ooh,
wow,
mayo?
That really is adventurous, isn't it?
Ooh. I don't think mayo works.
Don't forget, more of the southwest.
Oh yeah.
Wait, you're telling me that my
Subway
doesn't
doesn't go well.
I'm trying to tell you this Subway, man. You get one of those little foam things that they like a little video, a little cassette tape made out of foam. Is what you're
telling me my Subway doesn't work.
No. I'm saying the mayo doesn't work. The rest of it does work. The rest of it is very respectful. I'll give that.
I like a cheese.
Bro, you can't be saying that after saying veggie patty.
Veggie
patty is literally.
At me, I do not care.
And I can't even say it, but
as long as you enjoy what you enjoy.
Yeah.
Wait, is Luke Shaw injured as well?
Oh god.
Dropping like.
We just saw Dan James having a little rest.
I can't say I'm surprised about Luke Shaw being injured though.
Dropping like flies.
He did just run down the other end of the pitch.
Shaw's injury prone.
I mean, it's not great, is it?
Yeah, he's gone.
He's off. Yeah, Shaw's off. It's one of them where he's just gone to the physio and it looks like he said he's done.
Well, I hope it's nothing to do with his
how big
is it his knee that was really done?
Actually,
look how
please no.
Come on,
no.
He's club captain.
And it's the way he looks.
Respect here.
It's the way he looks so excited. He's so irritating.
He's 58 years old and he gets to play for Man United. Of course, he's excited.
You can tell he's pissed that he's not starting.
That's what Harry Kane should do after he retires.
Actually, still thinks he's better than he is.
Yeah. What's he done here?
You see, what is it? Is it his knee?
Ashley Young's literally sprinted back.
Holding the back of his
he sprinted
right
back. Yeah, get to play. Yeah.
A hamstring injury on his right hand side. Luke Shaw just squeezing the back of his leg.
Well, what's the thing that he was really, really injured for before? Was it
broken leg?
Broken leg.
Yeah, when he snapped his leg in half against PSV.
I'll be honest, I didn't see anything particularly.
Well, that's it, innit? Hamstrings, though. That's just how it goes. It looks like he's done his right hamstring there. Luke Shaw gonna get on Ashley Young.
So, how do you guys find it so far? Half an hour gone, few chances created, no goals though. Do you think it's?
Where's the low? Where's the low? I'd rather the low.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering as well.
We've got Josh in the comments here. Say, Joe, mate, my mouth's still on fire from my sub that I got in Perth with you lads. We went to Subway after this night out, and he got like all chilies and all stuff, and then we were all just chatting, and all of a sudden he was just sat at the side like, just breathing his nose, his water bottle had just completely gone. And like, you're right, it's like,
right, Luke Shaw's Subway, back mate. On. He's back on.
Subway's blown my head off, mate. Absolutely did it.
My head off me.
Honestly, he was just his face just went white, and he was just breathing through his nose like a bull. Just drank all his water straight away.
How grumpy do you think Ashley Young's going to be now?
No, not. What do you mean grumpy?
He's going to be like.
Shaw come back on.
Shaw's come back on. He's going to be. It's one opportunity for.
I never like it when you see that. If his hamstring's even feeling it at all, get off. Like, it's not going to get any better, is it? If he's tweaked his hamstring, that's not going to improve.
You definitely can tell Ashley Young's like definitely become like teacher's pet.
Yeah.
Like he probably desperately
brings
trying
Solskjaer his breakfast.
I don't mind the fact that we gave him the captaincy because it's kind of like you have to. For sometimes you have to give it to the senior player, but as long as he knows he's not playing, and therefore on the pitch actually it's De Gea.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, that's exactly what Solskjaer said. Isn't it? When he's on the pitch, he'll be captain. He's just not going to be on the pitch very much. Although it might be because we ain't got any other left backs. So if Luke Shaw's out for 6 weeks,
can play down there, and he's just. It's frustrating. It is frustrating that. I don't know, because it must be something to do with training that Dallo just isn't.
He's injured. Dallo's injured.
Oh, right. Well,
yeah. So he'll be out for a
couple of weeks.
Don't look fully.
Eat your words and a veggie pie.
Doesn't look fully fit still.
What do you think tastes nicer, your words or a veggie
Probably
pie?
Probably my words.
Yeah, but your words with a bit of Southwest on them. That's. Why can't you get that Southwest mayo anywhere? Because I buy that all the time if they sell that in Tesco. It's so good.
It's like garlic mayo is hard to find, isn't it? And
shit!
Oh, they're through here.
Goal, they're 1-0 up. 1-0 up, Palace.
Fucking hell, absolutely too easy, wasn't it?
Nothing.
Fuck me.
That was a very sloppy goal to concede as well.
I'm
just
not
had
sure
no defenders back.
Literally just fell asleep.
All went straight through De Gea.
It was almost like the game had stopped.
Almost like the game stopped.
I have no idea what to say there. I'm sure we'll get a bit of VAR. Nothing to VAR though. But I don't know what's happened.
After we slagged him off as well. So the ball played out by...
Please don't say it was Luke Shaw that...
Palace goalie. No offside.
No offside.
And then who is it? Lindelof just loses his header.
Lindelof loses a header.
And they've just got 2 men on Lindelof, basically. One nodding it down to IU, and he just slots it in. Harry Maguire nowhere
completely gets to want to play.
Yeah.
That's got to be
nah, to be fair, we haven't created much though, have we?
Lindelof just gets
bullied. We've had so much of the possession.
Lindelof gets bullied and Maguire's too far across, and now we're 1-0 down against Palace.
Is that Maguire's fault? Should have been further over, or should Wan-Bissaka have been covering?
No, that's not on Maguire.
There's 2 men there, so we should have 2. We should have people covering that.
It would be on Wan-Bissaka, I think.
Maybe it's Lindelof's fault for not winning the header.
I think, but that is the cause of it, right? There's no reason a centre back should lose a header to a striker.
Well, not necessarily, but you can't just win every
unless you're playing a
header.
Peter Crouch or something like that.
Yeah, it's Luke Shaw coming off now, as you'd imagine. You can't just expect
your
centre backs to win every single header and have no backup if they don't.
Well, it's not exactly promising, is it?
Yeah.
Ashley Young is coming on.
For Shaw. You knew he wasn't going to.
Well, that's deflated it all, isn't it?
Well, it'll be interesting to see how they react to this now. It's the first time United have been behind all season, so need to see how we respond.
When was the last time Ashley Young played at left back as well?
He played there plenty of times last season. No, he played there. He's played there, in there or thereabouts every season, I think. Mostly, obviously, on the right, but I think he's had to cover for Luke Shaw sometime every season, yeah. He played there against Barcelona, didn't he?
Oh, Palace 1-0 up. How do you think we're going to respond? Well, it can't just be same old, because it hasn't exactly worked. We've only created 1 or 2 opportunities.
Yeah. We just need we need to be more
Maguire bursting forward there.
If Dan James had scored that chance we had before,
Well, it wasn't an easy one.
No, but I'm not blaming him for missing it. I just mean we are making chances.
Oh,
we just need that's a
that
foul.
Rashford?
Not surely.
Ashley Young
from Young there, pressing
edge of the box. How's it go?
Unlucky. Good effort though. Good to to get a shot.
Positive. Positive. Can't deny.
Young stepping up, winning the ball high on the Palace edge of the Palace box there and having a shot.
It sort of feels a bit weird that we've gone behind.
Very complacent though.
Yeah, it was
proper sloppy goal.
Yeah, it was.
Too easy, wasn't it? Just
very disinterested.
Yeah.
He's Young.
The issue is, it's not. We've not even got for these games where you go goal down. We've not got much depth. We've not got much firepower on the bench to call from.
Nothing to bring off the bench.
Got Greenwood obviously, but shouldn't really be relying on a 17-year-old to come off the bench and win your games.
No.
I reckon he probably could. He's got enough sort of energy and enough skill.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he can't do it.
Absolutely, you don't want to have to rely on it, but it is really the only true option off the bench. And Prime Matter's very good, but he's not an impact sub. He doesn't add dynamism, whatever it is. That's a ball from Young, to be fair.
Yeah, good run by Martial.
Martial down the left,
making those runs in behind.
It doesn't get past his man. And the question is now: if our heads drop and players start sulking around again, like they did last season when we didn't necessarily look our best, how are we going to get back into it?
Well, if that happens, we won't get back into it. But I think the idea is that we don't let our heads drop and that they come back and carry on with how they were before, at least, if not improve. But
Crystal Palace more on the ball now than they were before.
And the issue is, I'm not sure how good Ollie is in these situations.
We've got space here.
When he's on the
my
days.
It's like 4 Palace players.
I have no idea what happened there.
It's like all of a sudden,
we actually look all over the place.
Players were tackling each other 8 yards out to have a shot.
That was very so
weird. Yeah, United look a bit shaken here, don't they?
Yeah, they don't really understand what's happening.
Corner to Palace.
Well, I don't know.
I'd like to replay that because that was absolutely mental what just happened there. There's like 4 players just running clean through. Well, he's offside there, clearly.
He's offside anyway.
I mean, that should be a free kick anyway, because he's offside and has interfered with play.
Where's VAR for that?
VAR only does decisions.
If that had been a goal, it would have been disallowed. Yeah.
Cases of mistaken identity. Good. Well, thank God for De Gea there, though.
Well, I think the goal would have been disallowed if it had gone in, because he was clearly offside. Yeah. The only reason they won't pull it back now because, like I said, it wasn't any of those things. What happens?
Ball. Oh, they've got a man free there.
De Gea picking the ball up at his near post.
Strong play from De Gea, though. Yeah,
that's what you want to see. He's bossed himself a bit there in his box, which isn't always what happens. Here we go, quick break though, which is what you want to see.
That's got to be a yellow.
Got to be a yellow.
Those cynical fouls.
I've seen a lot of cynical fouls this game.
Miller, whatever his name is.
Well, it's what Man City do, isn't it?
No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Rodri and Fernandinho originally, they were very good at doing tactical fouls and not getting yellows for it.
Yeah.
Milivojevic.
Yeah, Milivojevic booked there for a foul on Jesse Lingard.
Got to get a goal before half time, I think.
Well, it'd be nice. But just a bit more threat and less of what we've just seen there of 3 players running through on goal for just out of nowhere. United need to just pick the ball up again, hold possession, and sort of regroup after the goal because they look like they're rocking a bit at the minute. That's a good pass, that. The backspin on that pass.
How angry do you think Steve is now that Ashley Young's on the pitch?
And United have 1-0 down.
Yeah.
Probably furious, isn't he?
He bought Bernardo for a reason.
I'm sure he got that into Old Trafford, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't shoot.
He's not going to. Wan-Bissaka. Can he create something here, Lingard?
That's a good
ball.
No one getting across.
Yeah, there was no one at the near post there. Lingard playing the ball across. Just no one there
to tap it in. Ran himself into trouble there, really.
They're kind of growing in confidence, though.
Yeah, they definitely are. That's not what you want.
Dan James there.
I take that.
I like that. I do like that. The energy of Dan James in situations like that. He's those quick turns and his quick legs help him help him win the ball back high up. Cam with his little quick legs impression there, like a cartoon character after just eating that Subway like a lion eating a gazelle. Just completely wide mouthed, the biggest mouthfuls he could possibly take. quite disgusting to watch. He's in like the line between us and the telly. To watch
it's very annoying. Oh, what an awful pass that was.
Well done, good tackle by Pogba.
Yeah.
We need to see a bit more from
pressure there from Lingard, forcing him back.
Yeah, it's gone a bit sloppy, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's gone quiet, but
the
we don't
game's
even know
gone sloppy.
Oh
Lingard's
my days.
ball there, no man.
Literally created 0.
Martial seems to have dropped out to the left a bit more.
Oh,
That's unlucky there. Rashford almost winning the ball back high in the Palace box, as McTominay has done. So now's a quick chance for a quick counter-attack. Martial's on there.
That's got to be a foul.
It's got to be a red card.
If that's a foul,
clearly the last man there.
Oh my days! How is that a yellow?
As Martial's running through on goal.
Palace players complaining about that. They should be thankful that it's not red.
That should be a red, shouldn't it?
VAR checks straight reds, so...
Yeah, but they don't check yellows. That's got to be a red card.
Can't do that.
That's got to be a red card, isn't it?
He's last man.
He's the last man, and Martial's just taking the ball into the box.
They check reds, though. They check to see if a red...
If it is a red. Yeah. Right, okay. Because that's got to be a red card. He clearly denies a goal-scoring opportunity there. Martial's running
It's only not a red when you get a pen as well, so
yeah.
You can't do 2 major decisions at once.
No, that's got to be a red card.
But
surely it's got to be a red. How is it not a red card?
How's that
he
not a
stopped
red?
him running through onto the goalkeeper. It's not going to be, though, is it?
No. Gary Cahill...
That's interesting, that. I don't see why that wouldn't be a red card.
No, they've got to take off a defender later on. He's got to be very careful now.
He has, but I don't see...
And if they decide to take him off, then they put on a less experienced defender.
Yeah, but it's not as...
It's still better, but yeah, it's... Now we have to take something from this.
I'd like to see why that isn't a red card.
Pogba looks like he's more standing over this one. Ashley Young is having a word. I'm going to go ahead and say that he's not going to take it.
Does anyone in the comments know why that isn't a red card? Is there
any referees? Here we go. Pogba stands over it. Rashford behind him.
Yeah, if there's any Premier League referees in the comments. Just over from Pogba.
That's very close.
Just as close as the Rashford one, to be fair.
Some people saying they don't think it's a red.
Fair enough.
Was offside. Yeah, I don't know. It looked like he was the last man. Same as the Rashford one, really, though, and it's just sort of, just 2 feet over the top of the bar.
We've got to look at trying to take those opportunities. Because second half, Palace is just going to sit back, defend everything, and we haven't created too much to warrant them being afraid of it.
I mean, we're halfway to making a good chance there. Obviously, Cahill got booked. I think we are making chances, just not
particularly good ones.
Yeah, nothing that's been a sort of you'd expect us to score yet, but
it feels very mellow.
Yeah,
it's just kind of like
the energy's been sucked out of the game a bit there, exactly. Isn't it? A bit of a sucker punch.
And you're right. It's going to be interesting to see how Solskjaer is in these situations.
I mean, you can't just. There's not. Maybe tactically it could change a little bit, but it's not like he's going to make a sub on the 30th minute.
Maguire making a mistaken pass there, straight into a Palace one. Now they have an opportunity to press. Ashley Young getting taken to the cleaners.
Ashley Young getting ripped by Zaha. If he
spin him around.
I don't want to be seeing Zaha, Ashley Young.
It's not good.
No, it's not.
He's just done it again.
Days.
No.
This is not what I wanted to see.
I think Ashley Young
bodily functions
was floored about 3 times.
Ashley Young's just been put on the floor 3 times by Zaha. He's literally twisted and turned him.
That's coming too.
I don't think Ashley Young's going to be able to tackle Zaha on 1v1.
No, I don't think he can either.
Well, there's going to be a lot of added time here for that wall thing. So, like maybe a 3-minute added time. So you've got 6 minutes left in the half.
Although the refs never seem to give much stoppage time at half time, no matter what happens, do they?
Yeah.
So it's like 1 minute at the end of the first half and 4 at the end of the second half.
They just want to go
regardless. Yeah, probably. Just want a few biscuits, cup of tea.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. Crystal Palace, the stat that you figured out for Steve's thing, Ronaldo. They haven't beaten us in 20 Premier League meetings.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to happen.
So when everyone kept saying it was just setting it up for us just to lose.
Maguire there, winning the ball. Challenging the box there by James. You know what? James has looked really good for me. The way he wins the ball back and the way he presses, and his defensive contribution has been excellent, I think, today.
He's looked better than he did against Wolves. But I don't also think he's necessarily had many opportunities to create something in the last third either.
No.
It's interesting that we didn't break really quickly there.
Yeah, there's a bit of a misplaced pass there, wasn't there, across the back?
Well, Lingard's drifted quite deep as well to collect the ball.
Yeah.
Pogba's...
This is where you want to see the ball being brought out by Maguire and Lindelof, isn't it?
Yeah. Just keep the ball.
Yeah, we're keeping the ball well again. It seems to have settled down a bit since the goal.
Yeah, it's a bit slow though.
It is slow.
It is slow.
Yeah. Like I said, they're sat back so deep, Palace. It's just that those 2 blocks of 4. It is hard to break that down. It takes a bit of patience.
James has looked to have gone to the left now.
Yeah, there's been some kind of switch there, hasn't there?
I mean, James is naturally left winger, so might be better. Here's Pogba finally. He's been dropping back so deep.
It looks like more
distributed to Wan-Bissaka on the right. Trying to cut inside.
Going down the outside of Van Aanholt there.
Oh, and he's just fell over the ball.
Yeah, goal kick. 5-minute stoppage time.
Yeah,
there we go.
There we go.
Nice. Should be a chance to make another goal. Another chance at least. Nice. Great number, 5 minutes as well, isn't it? We'd love to see that. We love it.
I think I just don't know how to feel. It's just bizarre.
Yeah, people asking in the comments why Young's playing. It's because Shaw got injured. It looks like he's done his right hamstring. Do you think we could put in a bid for Eriksen or go for Longstaff in January? Would you be interested in any of those 2 players?
Eriksen's not going to happen because he wants to go abroad.
Right.
Longstaff, I don't know if he's proved himself properly yet.
No.
So, I don't know. I wouldn't be excited about Longstaff. I wouldn't be against it either.
Yeah.
Eriksen I would be excited for, but he has no interest in staying in England, does he?
Yeah. Well, like we said before, with that depth in that position, maybe someone like Longstaff would allow Pogba to play further forward, so that could be exciting.
Longstaff, McTominay, midfield pivot, though, would you necessarily
it's quite
be particularly pleased with that?
Well, it's just inexperience, isn't it? It's hard to know.
Well, yeah. You know, I'm not against playing inexperienced players, but you do need... It needs to be balanced very well. So McTominay alongside Pogba makes sense because Pogba has the experience.
Yeah.
I think our lack of creativity is shown though in that cam position.
Yeah.
What has Lingard created today?
Yeah, it's not.
I'm afraid to say nothing.
No.
You know, he's done some good pressing off the ball, but that's not what you necessarily need against a non-top 6 side. Which is why you need goals on the bench.
I think you're putting a lot of pressure on him. It's hard to know how much he would create against Crystal Palace.
Absolutely, but I think he'd be more creative than Lingard, honestly.
Yeah.
I think Lingard is a very, very good player for the right circumstances and coming off the bench in any circumstance, but not necessarily starting games like this where the opposition is very static.
Yeah. Young overlapping.
That's what you want to see.
Rashford's gone back out to the left, it looks like. Some poor ball from McTominay there. He wins
well one back. Gives the ball straight back though.
Yeah. Sloppy, innit?
Wan-Bissaka recovers there.
Just play it down the line,
yeah.
It's actually been a shocking half if you put it into perspective.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Conceding against Palace is
second half
shocking,
again.
honestly.
You got to look at the situations like obviously the James miss. We couldn't have done much more, but then you've got Rashford missing the ball on a 1v1.
Yeah, it leaves a bit of a sour taste in the mouth, doesn't it? Same as the Wolves game. Because we ended the game badly, you start thinking, oh, this is a terrible result. And the same with this, we've ended this half badly. You forget about that first sort of 25 minutes where we look quite good. It just feels like it's been a terrible half, doesn't it?
We need something like what we had against Chelsea where we just have a penalty or we get a goal and we can then settle into ourselves.
Yeah, we need a goal.
Early second half, if not now. 2 minutes to go. Ashley Young... That's
winning fouls.
I don't think people realise how big of a season this is for United, though.
It's massive. I think it's one of the.
If we don't show any progression, then the likelihood is we lose Pogba, then we're even worse, and
we lose Ole as well, right?
And then who do we bring in? Who's going to want to come to this situation?
So all of his thing built on the identity that we've been asking for years of attacking and youth. Yeah. If that fails, where do we go from there? That's
no
why
one's going to want to come
to
this situation.
No.
Yeah, the thing with
you can throw out all the big names you want, but are they going to want to come play?
With playing youth, there's always that chance that it takes 2 years for it to work out.
Yeah, of course it does. Which is why I wouldn't be upset if we finish 5th, but win an FA Cup or win a Europa League. I understand that. I don't understand losing 1-0 to Palace at home.
No,
which is why we can't. If that second half team talk needs to be new, because we need to come out as a different team. 1 minute to go in this half, still on the front foot. And Pogba loses the ball.
don't think Ollie's team talk was very good against Wolves.
Yeah, the players look like they're ready for half time, don't they? It's all slowed down.
It's a very bizarre game, I feel. Very bizarre. Palace just kind of leading by default.
Yeah.
Right, they just were given a chance. That's a quality chance, actually, from McTominay.
Yeah. I think McTominay's looked quite good.
He has. He's made a couple of mistakes. But again, as I said before, he's going to be highlighted in that position. Whereas, say, James makes a mistake, he's not going to be as highlighted.
Leicester are beating Sheffield United.
Well, you'd hope it does. What West Ham and Watford 1-1, I think. There you go. More interesting games than this at the minute.
Lindelof doesn't really win many aerial duels, does he?
No, which is why we bought Maguire.
Yeah.
Last season we were 13th in the Premier League for aerial duels.
So
Maguire was number one.
Half-time then, 1-0 to Crystal Palace. Strong start from United, but then after the Palace goal, we looked flustered and shaken.
You could say that again.
Yeah, it's not been a great start, has it? Ronaldo's losing the will to live here.
I'm pissed off, mate.
He's pissed off, he's furious. What do you think we need to improve in that second half?
Too many things.
Too many different things. Go on then, give me a few.
Defensively, we look shaky. Yeah. Offensively, we look stagnant. Yeah. And then they're the two facets of the game. So I'm alright. So if you're not good at either, then what hope do you have?
What do you think we can do to make more chances in the second half?
I'm not too sure. I think it's one of the games. If we get one chance, one goal, something goes our way, then we may be able to kick on from it. If it gets to 60, 70 minutes and we're still 1-0 down, then I don't have much faith.
No.
You've not shown enough.
Looking back at these fixtures then that we've got coming up, Southampton away all of a sudden looks a different prospect, doesn't it? If you've just lost or dropped points to Crystal Palace, that becomes a must-win game. Southampton there, and then Leicester at home after that, which is always difficult. They can turn up on the day and they can be really good. I think winning this game is important. I think we really need to at least pick up some points. We can't afford to lose this. We can't afford to lose it, but like I said, it's hard to see where it's going to come from in the win at this point. We've got Cam laughing because Ronaldo's just sat on his phone. Just sat on his phone. Don't worry about it.
It's better than me crying on stream.
I think you should cry on stream. That'd be good. That'd get some views in if you start crying. You think you could cry?
And don't think I'm looking at my phone for looking at my phone. I'm looking on Twitter.
No, you're not. You're looking for comments and stuff.
I'm looking at all the slating that we're going to get because we're losing to Crystal Palace.
Has anyone got that clip of Ashley Young getting twisted in half by Wilfried Zaha? Yeah, we've got the stats on the screen here. 67% possession, 9 shots, only 1 on target. But it's not like we haven't made chances. 5 key passes, 4 corners. We've obviously been the attacking and aggressive team for most of the game. Obviously, the one that counts there is the 1-0 to Crystal Palace. It's a weird goal, wasn't it? I'd like to see it again, and I'd like to see a bit more analysis on it, quite as to why Ayew was allowed to run straight through after Lindelof lost that header. There should be some way that we can sort of avoid that kind of situation.
Absolutely. I think, the blame is absolutely primarily at Lindelof, right?
What's Cam laughing
losing
at?
the header.
Producer.
Yeah, what is he laughing at?
What are you laughing
at? What's going on? Nothing.
Go on.
No, you've spoken up.
You've
spoken up. Carry on. What's up?
He don't want to talk now, he's just happy now.
You're happy because you beat Norwich earlier.
He's got a belly full of Subway, and because Chelsea finally got some points this season, he's happy now.
That was Frank Lampard's first win as manager.
Yeah.
Took him a few, didn't it?
Yeah, took him a few, mate.
Lindelof should be winning that header, man.
Yeah.
How am I going to make it through the next 45 minutes? Because obviously this is a watch along, right? And usually when I'm at home and United are losing,
you just go to bed.
I either turn it off.
We're not doing that.
Find someone to fight.
Find someone to fight. What, in real life or on Twitter?
Cam's over there.
Yeah, right. This watch along.
Or cry.
This watch along is going to become a cage fight between Cam and Ronaldo.
Do you think that would happen? Do you think that would have more viewers?
Yeah, I think so. Producer gets punched.
Here's one of the chances
by angry United.
Oh, James puts that away, man.
Yeah,
it's not an easy one to put away.
No,
but
if he'd just gone back across goal,
so here's the goal here. They are highlighting Wan-Bissaka doesn't.
I think that's
Wan-Bissaka just doesn't try and speed up.
I think the player that Ayew making that run comes from in between Maguire and Lindelof. I think it's probably Maguire that should have been tracking
for that other Crystal Palace chance where they're jumping all over each other.
Yeah.
Lindelof again gets bullied to the ball though.
Yeah.
Which is worrying.
And this one, the tackle on...
it's red.
Personally,
very much.
I think it's a red.
Very much.
Here we go again.
We're a bit of a confidence team now, aren't we? Because you could tell like the goal completely like knocked the stuffing out of us.
Yeah.
We were already quite slow paced.
This is
not creating much. Oh wow.
That's.
We're looking at the highlights from the Brighton Southampton game here as we see a red card if someone just...
Oh my days.
That is a tackle
really
that.
Bad.
Jesus.
That's really bad.
Just jumps over the ball, just stamps on the side of his knee, basically.
That was terrible. That was
a bad tackle, wasn't it? So it could be worse. It could be down to 10 men.
This is an opportunity for Ole to prove himself as a manager.
Yeah. See how we recover from this in the second.
A massive opportunity. Oh, no goal for that Brighton header.
Someone offside on the line.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we need to see something from him, don't we? We need to see maybe a change of tactic, a change of personnel, something that's going to get through.
These are things that we haven't really seen him do yet, right?
Yeah.
You know, when was the last time we made tactical changes that really made a massive impact? Like the Paris game, bringing on Greenwood and Chong, for example, added energy that you could say contributed to our victory, but it wasn't a direct contribution. Now, I don't really know when the last time was. James coming off the bench against Chelsea, scored, added dynamism. But I want to see Ole prove himself not just as sort of a personnel manager, but as a tactical manager as well. You know, a good speech.
See what the backup is.
A good tactical change.
Yeah, when we're down 1-0 at half time.
Because we looked so like
disappointed
at the end of the half time.
Yeah, and against Wolves, a lot of people.
The thing is, Pogba and Martial are. They do have a tendency to, if things aren't going away, just to sort of moan a bit, just sort of like play a bit slower, not necessarily make every opportunity. They won't necessarily play at their top, if you know what I mean, when the game's going against us. I want to make sure that those two are continuing to play at their best, but then also change stuff up.
We've got some comments here. This one's from Matthew Slade. He says, this has been dreadful. I think basically echoing what we've been saying here in the studio. Ronaldo can barely speak, he's so upset, bless him. And then we've got Jacob, he's saying that we like intelligence and agility. Any comments on that, Ronaldo? Nope, he's lost it. And then we've got Suman Kadka as well, he's saying we can't create anything with all that possession, we're only good on the counter-attack. And that is a point to be made maybe. Pre-season we saw that United, in pretty much every game, had less possession than their opposition. And that allowed us to create those spaces and to create counter-attacks. We're seeing now that when teams do sit back, we are still struggling to break them down, as we have done for the last few years.
And that's the creativity that we lack in having a Cam and not playing Pogba sort of more forward.
Yeah, we need a lift, man. That's all we need. It's just, I don't know, we need a bit of impetus.
What's your one change then?
One change, it's difficult because you could look at the starting lineup, and as we said before the game, Daniel James, is he the man for games where you need to break down 2 banks of 4? Is Lingard that man as well?
Lingard's not that man.
I'm saying.
What do you think the one change you would make now then? Your manager, you get one change.
Either Pereira or Mataron for Lingard.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree, but I think we spoke about Pogba earlier. When Pogba's forward, he's this creative guy. Maybe in the short term, you push Pogba forward and just throw on Matic. Just because they haven't offered enough of a threat that I'd be worried about having Matic on the pitch.
Not Matic.
So do we even need it to?
No, when you 1-0 down, you don't want to.
No, but I'm saying you then push Pogba forward because that's a massive change.
Yeah, but if you make a sub where you take Lingard off and you put Matic on, how negative does that look?
Yeah, it looks. But if you push Pogba forward, then I get what you mean.
Maybe we just play with one pivot with McTominay and just push Pogba forward.
Yeah, that's an alternative.
As we push on later in the game,
they haven't offered enough threat.
No,
to be worried because their goal was just.
Big hoof by the goalie, nodded down.
It wasn't them doing well, it was us getting... Credit to Palace, they have a game plan, and it's working right now. But it wasn't as if they worked really hard for it.
Midfield's being overrun, is it?
This Palace team is there for the beating. It's whether we go out and beat them or not.
Yeah, and whether we can start to show that we can, break down those teams that sit back and defend against us, because we have struggled against them.
Why is Cam laughing still?
He's just always laughing.
He's a bully.
He's a bully. He's a bully. He's a laughing bully. That's what he is.
He takes kids' lunch money.
I saw that. I saw him do that.
Yeah.
He goes to Piccadilly Gardens and he sits there and he picks the weakest, youngest children and he goes over to them and he goes, "If you don't give me your lunch money, I'm going to beat your dad up." And then they give him the money, and then he throws it at him. He don't even spend it. He just throws it back at the kids.
He burns it in front of them.
Yeah, he holds a light to it, and then he brands the children with the hot.
Come on, we need the half time to start. Come on, United. Get a goal back, man.
Ronaldo is not happy.
Ronaldo's delirious with hate and sadness at the minute. What's your predictions now then?
5-2.
5-2. Still going with 5-2. He's expecting a meteorite to hit the pitch in the second half. I can't see 6 goals going.
All of my optimism is just drained. That's the thing. Yeah. I still see us. I want to be optimistic and say we'll win 2-1.
The problem is though, we've seen it so many times.
Cam's still laughing. I don't appreciate it.
This whole situation is almost sort of playing out the way it has done.
Yeah, absolutely.
A countless amount of times. We look good. We get counter-attacked at home, and we either struggle for a draw or we just can't get that goal. That's the problem. The worry is that these things aren't changing, but it's still early in the season. But we need to see some kind of here's how we respond to that kind of thing now, and how is it going to be different to how it has been.
On the counter, against teams like Chelsea, we do look so good. Yeah. But it's when we're dominating possession, when we're static, when the opposition defence is static, we just seem to lack creativity.
Yeah.
We lack that creative player. Which is why, imagine we had got an Eriksen or Bruno Fernandes. They might have scored, but I think we'd have scored.
What we heard the excuses for not getting Fernandes being he takes too many risks on the ball. You need players like that.
I think the Fernandes thing was that it was never true. We were just never in for him. It was just Portuguese press saying, "Oh, we're going for him. We're going for him. Going for it." It was never true. It just said that it was. Because that's what a lot of Portuguese Spanish press is like. They just say it.
Basically saying
but a player like that would have been so beneficial, which is why you wonder, if we haven't got one, let's look inside. Let's look at Gomez. Does Gomez step up to that capacity? And yes, he hasn't got the game time to prove that he can do it. Yeah. But you've got to give him the game time in order to prove him.
So and he's not on the bench, is he, Gomez?
No, he's not even on the bench. Which
I need to go to the bathroom and compose myself.
Ronaldo's going to compose himself in the bathroom.
He's going to have a
quick... Call it what you like, Ronaldo. We know what you're doing in there, mate. We know what you're doing, you dirty boy. He's going to compose himself in the bathroom.
What?
Disgusting, mate.
No
Clear
comment.
off. I don't want to hear it.
No, I don't want it.
Clear off. No. Go on.
Pause the stream. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable.
Go on, compose yourself.
My prediction for 3-1 still on.
Is it?
Yeah. It's
still going with 3-1. Could you bring me a drink of water when you come back, please?
Yes, please.
Thank you very much.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
If you joined us at half time, don't go away. Have us on in the background.
Yeah.
We provide much better commentary than any definitely league stream you're watching.
Yeah, probably more maybe
depressed.
Yeah, slightly.
Absolutely. But that's what you want, I think.
Yeah, we shouldn't have had a go at Ayew before the match. We said he was the bad Ayew, didn't we?
And you know what? It's us, isn't it? That's what's happened.
I take full responsibility for this. Yeah, it's just a bit sad, isn't it? There's got to be some sort of lift in the second half. None of these players want to repeat of that first half. I think Solskjaer. We don't expect Solskjaer to make any changes early on, do we? It doesn't seem.
No, he just doesn't do it, which is why. Look, I love Solskjaer, but as a tactical manager, he hasn't proved himself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want to see him do that now. I want to see him go. Yep. Lingard was the wrong choice. Play Matt or
Greenwood, maybe.
Or you switch it around and you bring Greenwood on instead of James. Hasn't had a bad game, but maybe Greenwood suits his game better.
Yeah.
You just got to take risks as a manager. You've got to be prepared to make changes. Because I reckon we will score.
Yeah.
Will that necessarily... We don't want to just score one goal that we get fairly luckily. We want to score at least 2 to obviously win the match.
Yeah.
And I don't see us scoring more than a goal the way that we played.
Yeah, it's
frustrating. It's frustrating.
Yeah, we need to take that next chance that we get, don't we? We can't afford to keep missing chances. And obviously, like we said, one that fell to Dan James. He didn't do much wrong. Got a good connection, hit the target. But just regardless of whether it's a difficult chance, an easy chance, we just need to score now.
The other thing, as a tactical point of view, do you accept that we don't create enough chances when we have dominate possession and try and entice Palace to come onto us in order to counter?
Yeah, maybe.
Because we are so much better on the counter.
We are,
create
but
very good opportunities.
Again, it's all about the feeling and the atmosphere of the game. If we're sat back letting Crystal Palace
they created nothing when they dominate. When they've had possession, they've done nothing with it. They obviously got the goal. Fair enough, their game plan's working, but it wasn't particularly exciting.
But if you imagine you're sat in the dressing room now and Solskjaer goes, you know what? We know we're behind. I want you to sit back and try and counter-attack.
No, absolutely.
You just can't do that.
It's negative. No,
we have to try and push
just throwing that question out there.
Yeah. Well, it's
which is why we look better. We look better against Chelsea than we have against any other team that we played.
Yeah.
Because we just haven't been able to translate that possession into chances yet, which is because we lack a creative output in that cam position. Which is why, if we had a CDM, we could play Pogba forward.
Yeah, I know. It was a weird situation that we let Fellaini and then Herrera go.
McTominay, Herrera, Pogba. That's so much better than what we're sort of playing with now.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder why that was allowed to happen. Really, there's a lot of talk about that. Obviously, at the end of the transfer window, but it's odd that we're just losing numbers in midfield, and when that was one of our weaker areas anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, maybe we come out all guns are blazing, goal within 10 minutes, goal before the 60th, 70th minute, really.
Yeah, I mean anything before 80.
You'd back us to win, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I think if we get a goal at any time, there's always time to get a second.
If it's a very professional performance, we win 2-1, composed, they don't give them another chance.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
We're kicking off for the second half then.
5-2 still on.
United shooting towards the Stretford end in the second half.
That will help.
Yeah.
Martial. He turns it brilliantly and then just loses the ball.
Doing his best Ashley Young impression there, just spinning around twice.
James gets shoved right in the back there.
Yeah, got Wan-Bissaka. That's a foul there.
He's tracking back there.
Not sure who that is.
Pogba's not impressed with the ref. Is that going to be a yellow?
Nah, it should be.
It is a yellow. What?
That's a bit harsh, isn't it? How is that is judged to be the same sort of level of foul as the one that Cahill did on Martial? Just a slight arm on the shoulder, a little bit. Bundled him over. Thank you very much.
Don't get me wrong, it's a foul all day of the week, but it's not.
More positive this half, go on.
Yeah, let's try and be positive, eh?
Yeah.
We're going to win the game.
How cold is it, by the way, in here?
Yes. Steve left the bloody thingy on when he arrived. Just collect that. Let's go. Break now. Break now.
Energy.
And De Gea just threw
full ball out from De Gea there, line pressure. Again, though, Dan James winning the ball back.
Dan James has been positive this game.
Has he got fouled there?
That's the takeaway that we can have.
Got tackled.
We've only got 2 subs as well, remember, which makes me really worried that Ole is going to make them even later.
Yeah, that's a good point. Obviously, one being taken up by Ashley Young, coming on for Luke Shaw.
Will he learn from last game?
You know what? I don't think he will. I think he likes having late subs because he sees them as having a bigger impact. If we get a goal, before, say, the 70th minute, I don't think we're going to see any changes until, the 85th minute.
Yeah.
Because he'll see that as the time to strike.
Yeah. Yeah. We want to see a bit of a response in the first sort of 10 minutes as well from United, just to make sure that they've kind of to see what has changed.
Lindelof stepping over the halfway line here. Yeah. Pogba.
Lingard.
Poor touch. Poor touch. He has not had a good
playing
game.
on the turn there. He tried to do it there, Lingard, as the ball came in.
Maybe that's why he doesn't play in the half time.
Maybe,
he can't do it. Maybe. Pogba trying to be the linchpin, really.
He's just chipping balls up to that.
That was very nice, to be fair.
Yeah.
Lingard, can he find someone here? Even that was a bit behind Wan-Bissaka. Not a bad idea. Young on the far left now.
Post. That's a lovely cross by Young. Who's that at the back post? James unlucky there.
That's the first time I've seen him cross with his left.
Yeah, that was a great. That was a really
good.
Good ball from Ashley.
Lovely pass out from.
And
Pogba.
That was a great ball by Pogba as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And then Young with a really dangerous whip across the front.
See, that's where you want Martial. The thing that does frustrate me at times, Martial and Rashford, maybe they should be in the box more. They're not in the box as often as they should be.
Yeah, we saw it with Martial's goal against Chelsea. As
I don't know what happened there.
Gives a free kick away for climbing there at the corner. But yeah, we saw it for his goal against Chelsea, that sort of playing as that poacher almost right on the last man.
Yeah.
But there's been a couple of times, as we mentioned in the first half, where the ball's played in to the near post and there's just 2 Palace defenders there. No United
player in the box.
Someone needs to be challenging
for
those crosses.
Needs to be in that box.
Yeah.
If Pogba was playing in that cam position, Pogba's in that box.
Yeah.
Pogba's winning a header over a lot of these centre backs.
Yeah, people saying in the comments that we need Mata on maybe.
I would. I mean, of the options that we have, Mata for Lingard.
I think Mata and Greenwood might be the 2 subs.
They've got to be, and I think it's got to be Mata earlier rather than later. If you're going to give, because we're lacking that creativity so heavily, that you need someone who can hold the ball,
and
find that pass.
I think Lingard might have played himself out of the team.
What, in this game? Yeah. Like
with
against top 6 teams, like I was saying earlier, that was almost a very good ball from Lindelof.
Top 6 teams.
Against top 6 teams, he's very useful to press. Unfortunately, against Lingard would have been a great sub to bring on now.
Yeah.
Because he finds spaces.
It'd be interesting.
But now, having played the game, it's like he's not going to suddenly step up a gear. He's not going to step the team up a gear any more than he already has.
Have we had a shot on target?
Yeah.
James.
Yeah. That didn't really count, did it?
It definitely
got blocked by a defender. They don't count that.
It's shot on a. Is that not a shot? Oh,
no, the goalie has to save it. Shot on target. I'm not sure if we have. We've definitely made chances though. It's not, No,
but no shots on target.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, again, last game Rashford didn't manage a touch inside the Wolves box at all, which is a mad stat.
Mad.
And it's an example of how he's dropping deeper or out wide in order to collect the ball because we're not creating anything centrally.
Last season as well, Martial especially used to be one of the players that would get subbed off quite regularly, wasn't it? And now we don't have the luxury of doing. Not that I'm saying he needs to be subbed off.
No.
All of a sudden, these players that were kind of quite regularly brought off 70, 80 minutes in, who tire or drift out of the games, we can no longer bring them off.
Here we go. Lingard now on the right-hand side. Decent
lovely
ball.
Cross in.
Martial didn't force him properly. James.
Unlucky there. Never really fell for him, did it?
Martial didn't look very lively there, did he?
No, he did not. And that's what I was saying earlier. When our heads drop, one of the first heads to drop is Martial. I love Martial.
Didn't look very sharp there.
No, he didn't. He loses concentration. He loses interest very quickly.
That's a good pass by Pogba out to James.
We're pressing
nicely in this second half so far, making some chances.
Can he get a good ball in? No, brings it back for Pogba.
It's been a good
on
start.
The box. Good find. And Lingard can't control it. Oh my God.
Half turn.
Right, it's coming. But already this second half looks a bit more positive, honestly.
Yeah, Pogba's been brilliant second half. He just controlled the game completely, hasn't he?
Right, ball's gone out there.
Pogba keeps playing those balls up to that front three really, really well.
Yeah, and Pogba has come out this second half and he looks like he means business, which is good because often when we're behind, Pogba just sort of he's stepping up. Wan-Bissaka and Martial linking up down the right.
See, here's the thing. Martial's drifted out to the right hand side. Who's playing as a striker now?
Boom, is that James in the middle there? It's James in the middle.
Yeah,
James in the middle.
Playing as a striker.
He's not going to win you a header. Martial or Rashford aren't going to win that ball from
None of our attackers can win headers, really. That's another thing Pogba offers when he plays in that 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
He drifts into the box and he can win a header against the centre back.
And I think that's the massive tactical change that needs to happen. If we're not going to have a cam, we need to either play with two more forward midfielders, or you push Pogba forward. I get because the idea, if you honest wanted to build a team around him, right? Remember all those quotes about, if I was going to be United manager, I'd build a team around Pogba. Yeah. You don't build a team around Pogba by playing him as a deep line midfielder. Even if he gets the ball on the ball most of the time. Wan-Bissaka venturing into the box here.
Good drive.
Again, more promising.
It's more promising. There's one big chance on its way, I feel like.
It's about whether one of those men
take it or not.
Whether those men step up and take it. I wouldn't be surprised to see us get a penalty the way that Crystal Palace are making some of the fouls.
Wan-Bissaka playing a 1-2 off the Crystal Palace centre back.
Here we go. Pogba.
I needed to slip it back through to Rashford there.
Pressing high up there. Lindelof
not a bad lead.
35 yards out.
Look
how high up our defence is playing there.
And that's okay because Crystal Palace haven't offered much. Their goal was very fortuitous for them. So
someone said in the comments here, Ashley saying, if Lukaku got torn apart for a poor touch, how come Lingard gets praised because he runs back?
I mean, here we go. I think Lingard has more to offer to the team than Lukaku ever did, but I don't think he's starting 11 quality, and I don't think his touch has been good.
I think on his day, Lukaku has more to offer than Lingard, and I don't think the suggestion that Lingard...
Wan-Bissaka, Young
coming in the back post.
You know what? That ball was weird. I
don't think the suggestion that Lingard gets praised for everything he does is true. He's got so much stick over the last 6 months.
It's complete nonsense.
And also, Lingard didn't get bought for 75 million quid. That's the difference. The expectation is different because he's an academy player.
Well, Lukaku was bought to be that 20-plus goal a season striker, wasn't he?
Ashton could have took a touch there.
Pardon?
I think he could have took a touch there.
Oh, absolutely. There was time.
Greenwood
Here we
won.
go.
Greenwood.
Oh, now this
Looks
is fantastic.
like Greenwood's coming on. 54 minutes
Finally.
gone. There's your early sub. So now if he doesn't score, you're not allowed to complain.
ready for
Okay?
I'm not bothered.
And or you'll say,
you know what?
ready for
This is a
Greenwood
relief.
too early.
This is such a relief because I like when I was watching the Wolves game, the first thing I noticed was that our subs came so late.
Yeah.
And I was saying it in Steve's post-match. He's got to start making subs earlier. Greenwood coming on now, exciting.
Yeah,
Let's see what
53
happens.
minutes.
Who for though? I do wonder. James, sure.
I would guess. I think it would be either Lingard or James. Yeah.
Who becomes a cam if we take Lingard off? Do we just say
maybe
screw the
Pogba.
cam position? We'll have two midfielders, Pogba further forward.
Yeah, which is why I think it probably will be Dan James that comes off.
McTominay
Good
finds a
pass
nice
from
pass
McTominay.
there.
Oh,
Martial
Rashford. Is that a penalty?
Surely.
Is that a penalty?
Well, he's bloody
It
calling
looked
for
like he'd
it.
been pushed
Right, well,
over there.
if this is a penalty,
Martial
it will
with
be
a
VAR.
brilliant turn on the edge of
Because
the box.
it looks like it.
Brilliant turn. It looked
Don't-
like he got bundled
I
over,
would-
surely.
Let the referee do his thing because VAR exists now. Oh, Pogba, don't push a man.
Don't push me, Nan. Whatever you do.
Don't push my nan.
Don't push my Nan, Pogba.
Don't push my nan, Brett.
It looked like he brilliant turn on the
This
edge
is
of the box
excellent
from
by Martial. Getting awake.
I mean, that's a foul. That's a
That's a
foul.
penalty.
That's a
Penalty.
clear
It's a
foul.
penalty.
Whether
All
you
day.
want to say it was outside the box if you're bottling it, and you want to say it started outside
This
the
is a
box.
great pass by McTominay
It's
as
a
well.
brilliant turn by Martial, and he was clearly pulled back. That's what Wan-Bissaka just got a yellow card for.
That'd be a foul
That's the
outside the
exact
box.
same foul.
It'd be a foul
Isn't
outside
it?
the box.
Hand on the shoulder, pulling him back.
Exactly what we
How is
said.
that possibly not a penalty?
Hang on.
Is it being checked?
It's got to be being checked.
He's not giving.
That is honestly
he's not
pathetic
giving-
that that's not a
Oh,
foul.
it's not.
That is
That's
absolutely
disgraceful.
ridiculous.
They've obviously checked it.
What are we doing here?
It's got to. I think it is being checked.
That's not being given. That's honestly absolutely ludicrous. Anyone
Let's
who's
go.
watching that
Greenwood for
game, if you don't think
Lingard.
that's a foul.
Ooh, here we go. Greenwood for Lingard.
I can't believe that.
I know
How
that
is that not a foul?
but you know
Martial is
what?
clearly turning him. He's got his hand on his shoulder and he's pulling him back.
I think we're gonna receive a boost from that. That was an
maybe,
opportunity, but it's BS. It is
Yeah.
total BS. It's a penalty, no question about it. And I think it's a disgrace that wasn't
Honestly,
given.
that is absolutely blown my mind. That has. I can't believe that hasn't been given.
Because
It's so clearly a
if his
foul.
hand's not on the shoulder,
What's
Martial,
he doing? He's run away from him. Martial
probably
was
scores.
a yard in front of him.
That's disgusting. But there we go. What are you going to do?
Yeah, it was Lingard that came off. Who was it? I missed that.
Lingard
It was
came
Lingard came off for
Greenwood on.
Greenwood, yeah, let's go. But you know what?
Yeah, what is the point? Yeah, John in the
Incredibly
comments saying,
promising
what's the
signs.
point of VAR?
What's the point of VAR if they don't give that? What's the point of VAR if they don't give like the penalty that I think Chelsea
Rashford with a lovely
should have
run in.
had? And then he messes the final pass up. He does do that a few times, doesn't he? Anyway, Young.
James seems to have come out on the right, onto the left.
Oh, that's nice, almost from Rashford. And that's let me guess, that's going to be a foul. That's a foul, obviously. Go on, Young. Give him a bit.
Actually, Young gave.
If you do nothing else, give Miljojevic, or whatever his name is, a bit of shit.
So
someone's saying that they didn't even check that. It didn't even go to VAR. But surely, I thought everything went to VAR. I thought it was just automatic that VAR.
VAR automatically checks every possible thing, so it would have gone.
That is so ridiculous.
You know, Martial manages to hit.
Look at the turn. Look how far ahead of him he is. Martial's in front of him. Why would he not? Is it because he got a shot away?
The Stretford end was going crazy about that as well.
Literally.
Anyway, Pogba in this deep roll again. Oh, and that's not going to be a yellow.
They're loving it.
Picks it up. Let's go.
They're loving the fouls in a moment, isn't it?
Unlucky. He played it slightly behind him there.
Let's go.
Right.
Oh, Rashford, mate,
35
come on.
yards.
You know that's not going to come through. It's frustrating because I want to see him do so well, but every now and again he makes these stupid decisions, doesn't he? And it's just, it irks me.
The amount of time he scores those long range
It
shots
irks
is almost
me.
zero, isn't
I'm
it?
kind of worried with what I've been seeing from Rashford first few games. It's like almost as if, because we know he's the main man, he's becoming a little bit too.
So,
or I can do what I feel like. You know, I can do what I want. You know what I'm saying?
Rashford's always been one of those guys who likes to take those shots, right? Those Hollywood shots. Though to be fair, I think his that goal, that finish against Chelsea, for example, was as good as other finishes that I've seen him do. If he's going to be more clinical, then I'm very excited. Not a bad drive there from James. Goes out for a throw yet. I just want to see him mature a bit more in those decision makings. Those decision making areas where he thinks, I'm going to have a shot here, or he thinks,
I think that's something
I'm going
he
to
needs
take
to
the free
learn
kick.
as he gets older.
And it does come with age. It is one of those things that you
sometimes
can't fully
sometimes
teach.
It doesn't. It's something that you can't just assume will come
It
with age.
never came to Walcott, for example.
Yeah, exactly. You have to work on that decision making, and that can be the difference between being a good player and being a great player. But
yeah, I mean, everybody used to say that Rashford was going to be the next Walcott, but I think he's better than Walcott ever was.
Yeah.
So I'd agree.
Except that sort of 3-month spell where just before Walcott got that knee injury.
Well, that's it. That's what people like to say, because everybody was like, Walcott's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
He convinced Arsene Wenger to play him up front.
Some nice bit of disagreement in the comments. One person
that's what you want to see?
That Ole out should be trending today. And then someone replied to him saying he's revolutionised the squad. Totally disagree.
James, that's a foul.
It's good to have the conversation.
James again fouled out on this left-hand side. He's just getting bullied.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily his fault, but
you can hear though. There's
ping it to Slab it.
Greenwood on the pitch now. I'm excited to see what happens.
You see him,
and this is the type of goal that we need. We need just a slab head.
We need any goal.
Slab head
That's
header.
the type of goal we need. Any goal.
If you watch that there, Cahill is just stuck to Maguire.
Yeah.
Like stuck to him.
But arms around him, legs wrapped around him.
Not the worst ball.
Yeah,
it was the worst ball. It was the worst ball. Yeah.
Got half an hour to turn this round, otherwise it doesn't bode well for next season, man.
Half an hour is a long time in football. We won the Champions League in 2 minutes.
Very long time in football.
Yeah, it's not a good ball, man. What are you going to do? I mean, the fact that we've had to put Ashley Young on is just annoying. Come back from injury, Dallo, and knock this man out of any squad position.
But he's not. But Dallo was being played behind Young last season when they were both fit. So
would he even do that? Here we go. Quick turn.
Rashford making a run.
Rashford's done really well here. Find a pass.
Too slow.
Oh!
It looks like Rashford's playing at that number 10 spot now that Lingard's gone off. He's just been a little bit...
it's that final ball.
Yeah.
It's that final ball is not good enough.
That was way too ball.
He needed to pass it earlier.
Yeah.
He got lucky with getting the ball back from him.
I think he did well to stand up and get through there. But you're right.
And then it was a combination of the fact maybe things should have held his width, though.
You know what? I think actually Rashford kind of bodies him.
Daniel James should have held his width, actually.
James
I don't think he did anything wrong there. I think it's just a poor ball from Rashford. James didn't do anything wrong.
But it is more promising than what we've seen. This first 15 minutes has been better than what I've seen.
We definitely look better than we did at the end of the first half anyway.
A goal is coming if we play like this. Surely, at least one. Rashford, you see what I mean? Where players can often get in each other's way.
It's good positioning from Pogba there. Yeah, cuts definitely. The ball out.
Turn?
That's a foul.
Right. Should have turned quicker there, shouldn't he?
Well, he had two men behind him. You know.
No, he had space to turn. He had space to turn. It was just one of them where no one said to him turn.
Martial, though, looking good this second half.
Yeah, he looks a threat.
Should have had a penalty.
There's a lot of nearly moments happening now.
Yeah. But
and how many nearly moments was there the last few seasons? Way too many.
But we haven't played like this in the last few seasons. The way we're playing in this
Lindelof standing over this long
free kick than we've seen for a long time. This is exciting to watch, at least, isn't it? Even if we're not winning.
You're absolutely right, and I'm more excited about this season than I have been for pretty much every season.
And if we can turn this into a win somehow. Can you just stop spamming Ole out in the chat? Because we can just mute you if you carry on. It's just
BS as well.
Voice your opinion, obviously, but don't keep putting the same thing and typing it over and over again because there's just no point.
Because that drowns out conversation.
Yeah.
And actually prevents the conversation that you want. So there you go.
Like Tonai keeps fouling everyone on attacking corners. That's his second foul now.
Is it?
Ben, can you mute him? The guy who keeps spamming Ole out.
Sorry, mate, but you can't do that.
Yeah, it just doesn't help anything, does it? Like I said,
if you want to have a conversation about that, that's cool.
But you're just ruining the chat, mate.
What do you think of McTominay so far this game?
I like him.
Yeah,
I think there's too much pressure on him. I think he's been good for United. He doesn't make too many mistakes.
There's a huge amount of pressure.
Keeps stepping up when he gets given more responsibility. I think he's a good player, and he's one of those players that we've had so many down the years where he's not going to be a best player, but in a good team he would slot in very nicely. And I think he's even maybe slightly better than that. I don't want to compare him to people like Cleverley and stuff like that because I think he is a step above that. But I think he's the sort of player that complements a good team well. I think he's consistent and he's
I'd agree. I think he's going to be asked to mature a lot this season playing in that pivot with Pogba, and his mistakes are going to be highlighted. But he has shown real signs of being very good. But then you're right as well, Ronaldo, where you're saying that he's made those fouls, that slight immaturity, perhaps. I don't know. What do you think of McTominay?
I think McTominay's he's solid. I've not seen. I do prefer him to Matic, which is
that's hands down.
So that's hands down. And we haven't got much other option or depth in that area, obviously,
absolutely.
apart from Ghana in reserves. But
I'm excited.
There's not really anywhere to go but McTominay, if I'm honest.
Do you think he's going to develop more than the point he's already at, or do you think?
Yeah, I think
do you think he's hitting his?
Yeah, I kind of do feel like he's nearing his ceiling. I'm not sure there's more to come from him.
I think that's the position where
it's hard to
players develop later on. Like, look at Matic. Chelsea sold him when he was about McTominay's age, and then brought him back when he was 27, 28.
It's really
one of the best centre defensive mids in the world. I think it's a position where you get better as you get older. I expect to see a lot more from him.
It is really hard to be a quality young CDM because you need to be a veteran. You need to be hardy to be able to do it.
Pogba was so much
amazingly
to do,
there. Let's go.
There.
Just to be quick enough. And McTominay, Rashford just is not.
Again, Rashford's passing's let him down in the second half.
He's not a cam, but he's playing in that position right now, isn't he? And I'm not sure if that's going to be beneficial.
I can't think of a single time Mason Greenwood's had the ball since he came on.
He hasn't been had many opportunities.
It's all been down the left.
Approaching,
65 minutes. He's got 25 minutes to go. Still plenty, loads of time to score 2 goals. Yeah,
that's true.
Benjamin in the comments saying Rashford doesn't seem to make the right decision in his link-up play at all.
He doesn't always do that, no. Yeah. He's much more of a finisher than he is a creator.
Yeah.
I think we could all agree with that. Creativity side of his game is something that he needs to improve on. If you take all the best sort of forwards, they have that creativity to them as well.
Yeah.
Rooney, for example, one of the most creative players you've ever seen in a long, long time. I always think of that that assist he gave Mata in the FA Cup final in one of his twilight seasons for United, where he just runs and still puts this ridiculously fantastic cross.
Well, Rooney's one of the best. I think he's the best English player ever. So it's almost harsh to compare Rashford to Rooney. Why? Who's better than him?
You could make an argument with someone like Bobby Charlton back in the day.
Yeah, but
I know it's not modern. I know it's not modern football, I think you could make an argument.
I think Rooney
Bobby Charlton was special,
as good in that team as
recency bias from Joe.
There is. All right, then who's better? Then? What English player has been better than Wayne Rooney?
It's that's a difficult one.
You look tiny in that, by the way, Ronaldo.
It's always easy.
You look tiny.
Tiny Ronaldo.
It's always easy to go for the attacker, innit, when you say best player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some may argue that maybe a midfielder might be a more viable option.
Well, who, like Lampard or something? Who?
Not Lampard.
No, Paul Scholes is the best English midfielder, isn't he? So
some may say
Frank Lampard and Paul Scholes. Gerrard doesn't make the top two.
Some may say Gerrard.
Well, obviously not.
He's just not true.
I think Rooney's better than all of them.
It's not true though.
Definitely.
But I think I want to put a word in there for Bobby Charlton, who was immense.
I must say
to put the mic away.
Someone saying Beckham. Maybe I don't think he was.
I
don't think he was. His output was consistent for long enough, like Rooney's was.
For me, Bobby Charlton.
It's a difficult question. I don't know.
You just need to go back and watch videos of him. But
there aren't that many videos of him. That's the problem.
Watch players at the time talking about him.
Yeah.
And I think, and when you factor in the stuff that he had to go through as well, that adds a whole nother level to it.
I'm not.
And I know
I'm not trying to knock Bobby Charlton in any way.
Yeah,
obviously.
But you can't compare football those days. I get that as well.
Yeah. But it's hard to compare.
In the modern era,
it's a different game.
I think he's certainly
different
England's best player in the modern era.
Rooney, best player in the modern era. I would be here for that. Yeah. Although I think the Paul Scholes shout by
Paul Scholes is brilliant. Obviously,
again, that's a player who a lot of people don't necessarily respect. But you look at what other players. Oh,
love the turn by Ashley Young.
Mugging someone off there.
Absolutely.
He hasn't had a bad game.
Do you reckon he half got Zaha back there?
Since he got absolutely rinsed by Zaha, he's not looked bad.
No, I'm sorry. Getting dropped 3 times.
Yeah, that was bad.
That you need to drop somebody.
It was like a boxer, wasn't it? It would have waved the towel. they would have thrown in the towel, I think, if that was Ashley was a boxer against Sahar there. He just like on the canvas over and over again.
Oh,
lovely
nice.
passing there. That's
a penalty.
That's got to be a penalty.
McTominay.
McTominay making that run in from midfield there.
Now watch this one be VAR'd and not given.
It's got to be Rashford to take it, surely, you'd think.
Although I think it's always going to be.
Have we got a pen every game?
Don't look at the chat because they're going to know if it's...
Yeah.
Have we got a penalty in every game?
We don't want to know.
Yeah, we had the one against Chelsea. Yeah,
that is absolutely sensational from McTominay.
Is it? Let's have a look. See how much contact there was there.
No, it's a pen, boy.
What a nice stop for Martial.
Oh, clear.
Yeah, that's a penalty.
Yeah.
Right,
a ridiculous tackle, wasn't it?
Cam's doing this.
Proper lazy, though, isn't it? Like,
who's taking it?
Rashford's taking the ball.
Proper lazy dangle of the leg.
Yeah, it was. Do you think Rashford?
Now, if Rashford misses this, man, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Rashford will go down that same side?
He's not at the best game.
It doesn't matter. He didn't have the best game against Chelsea, did he?
I don't think he's still played well. He's played well in any game.
He's still bagged 2.
Yeah. Come on, lads.
Come on, Rashford.
Rashford with a penalty. Ronaldo can't look. I wonder if he'll go that same way again. Will the goalie be expecting that sort of high to the goalkeeper's right?
Look at the position that he's standing. He needs to move along.
I feel sick.
Wait, why is he going so straight up? Oh, he's gone for
he's moving to the left.
Rashford steps up.
And he's missed.
It hit the inside of the post. It hit the inside of the post, came back along the goal, and went out wide. Oh my god.
No.
Oh my god.
That sums up the half. It sums up the
That's
season.
so unlucky. That's as unlucky as you can get. Oh, it's so... Oh, my God.
Inside of the post and across the goal and out for a goal kick. It's
oh, my God.
An inch or 2 away from going in. Oh, this is tough, isn't it?
Seems like we've still not hit the target.
Oh, my God.
We're making chances. But again, we need to...
Was that it, though? Was that the chance for the win? We might get a goal, but... and I tell you what, that was... We have to face it, that was better than Pogba's penalty last game.
No, it's not, is it? It's exactly the same.
It's
worse.
It hit the inside of the post. If you hit the inside of the post and it doesn't go in, you're unlucky. That's a free kick.
Yeah, but at least Pogba was on target.
He's given that to Crystal Palace. Diving again. That just wasn't a dive, though.
Dan James has been booked
He's getting booked, he's getting booked for diving.
He does dive a lot, I can't lie. He does go to the floor very easily, Daniel James.
Dan James booked for diving, was it?
That's just not a dive.
That's a foul, though.
He kicks him in such massive contact.
That's ridiculous. This game is just mental, isn't it? This game is just
20 minutes to save our season in the third game.
I was confident if Rashford scored that, we'd go on and win the game.
I can't believe you can't get closer.
It's like the referee's going for
that. Could be season defining.
It's like
that pen miss.
Some sort of I don't even know.
Like Wolves, the Pogba pen miss. That's 2 points dropped.
This miss, that's potentially 3 points.
These points add up by the end of the season.
Well, this is why we're not challenging for the title, isn't it? We're going to be going for top 4 and nothing more.
I don't know.
And even top 4 looks like.
Well, it's so early in the season, so and this game hasn't even finished yet.
We only need to go on a run, really.
Yeah. Fact of the matter is, for top 4, this isn't our top 4 thing over. No. It isn't. But it's just
no matter what happens in this game,
that's nice.
We're going to have the same, if not more points than Chelsea.
Drives inside.
Did you just kick the ball out?
No, it's okay. He got corner.
Corner to United.
It was.
He does look a little bit more threatening on the left. I can't lie. Then
he's a left winger. We've just played him on the right. If you look at his games for Swansea, I'm just so. That penalty, man. That really got to me. Really, really got to me. Because I thought it was in, and it comes from Young. What a crap corner.
It wasn't. It went straight to Maguire. I don't think it was a bad corner.
Yeah, but Maguire had to track back.
Well, either way, still won the ball. I think we're not making the most of Maguire. I don't think with that. I think he's got a better chance of winning balls and actually putting them in the back of the net than just being 10 yards far of the back post, just trying to head it back across every time.
20 minutes though.
Yeah.
There's been promising signs.
Yeah.
We should have had 2 penalties. We missed the one that we were given. So that's great.
Wow. Martial just not being able to get the ball there. It's weird, isn't it? The VAR thing of
that was a penalty.
It was a penalty, but looking at the Dan James foul and stuff, that's a clear mistake by the referee. He obviously didn't see the contact on James's knee, but we don't use VAR for that because it would take too long, I guess, or what. But there's still plenty of mistakes in the game, isn't there? How many mistakes has there been in this game? How we didn't get a penalty for that first one? How he gave a booking for that?
If we lose this game, we'll be on the same number of points
in the
as
middle
Chelsea,
of everything.
who we beat 4-0.
Well, yeah, but that also goes to show they're a team challenging for top 4, and we're going to have the same points as them no matter what happens today. So it's not the end of the world, is it?
No, it's not the end of the world. It's just one of those ones you think.
Yeah, of course.
And if it comes to the end of the season and we miss out on top 4 by a point, you're like,
yeah.
Here we go though.
But we'll have plenty of chances to
driving forward. Try to do too much.
The ball there.
I appreciate that he's trying, but you know.
But what? He's not good. He needs to get off. You trying, mate? Clear off.
No. I appreciate that he tried it in that situation because a lot of players just wouldn't have bothered.
That's a foul on McTominay there.
It's about the 20th.
There's a lot of energy in the game though.
So literally about the 20th cynical foul from Palace.
Yeah, but that is their game plan. You can understand why they do.
But the ref's just not booking.
He's clever though.
The amount of fouls they've made, and I don't think they've had many more bookings than us. It was same as the last game, the Wolves game. They made about, I think, 4 times more fouls than United did, and they only had 1 more booking. It's just that's just how it is, isn't it?
But United, of course, there's a bias against United, isn't there?
I don't think it's a bias against United.
We all know. No, there's a bias for United, isn't there? That's what everybody says.
Oh right, yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly. No,
definitely 15 minutes now. Man, I see us scoring. If we don't score, it'll be a real tough pill to swallow, won't it? Because we've created chances.
Mm-hmm. And they've created next to nothing,
zilch, and we gave them a goal. We gave them a goal. And you know what? You should be able to give a team a goal, but beat them 3-1. If you're Manchester United, you shouldn't give a team a goal.
I'm not sure.
No. My point is we shouldn't have had to worry and act as if that's going to lose us the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think Dan James has been really good today.
We should have factored that in. We should have factored in making a mistake. There you go. Great run by Rashford there.
Run by Rashford. That's got to be a booking on him there. Rashford's clearly taken down by
Ward.
That's what. Okay, that's.
Is he not booked in for that?
Nope.
Is he not?
No.
This is
what is going on?
It's getting a bit dumb now.
Rashford just skinned Ward on the edge of the box, so he just stepped across him and fouled him from behind. And he's not booked him.
It's getting dumb now.
Is he not booked him for that?
It's
really?
getting dumb now.
That's honestly ridiculous.
The ref is starting to come across a little bit dodge.
I don't know what's going on here. How is that not a booking? That's about as cynical as a foul gets as a player who's just going into the box.
I'm not saying he's dodgy, but that was a foul. The penalty was a penalty. The foul was a foul. That's a booking and him being sent off.
He's not been booked already?
I don't know. He's definitely made fouls like that before, hasn't he?
Young with the ball in. McTominay at the back post. I think that's a corner.
It's a corner, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, someone's saying Palace are up near 20 fouls now, and there should have been maybe a red card. But I think maybe that one chance for a red card would be the Cahill one. But that was certainly a yellow card, a clear cynical foul. Rashford was past him, and he just tripped him up from behind.
It's one of those games where there's nothing happening for us. Decent ball.
That's a good ball in by Young, and that's
another corner.
No, I think Pogba headed that straight out.
Oh man, it just looked like it, but. Come on, 15 minutes is a long, long time. Yeah, it doesn't catch it
the wrong way almost.
Yeah, he is. Do you think there's still time to win this game then, Ronaldo?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, not.
I don't want to listen to your opinion, Joe.
Yeah, who cares about that? Go on, Ronaldo.
I think we can maybe salvage a point, but why? United are trying to salvage a point against Palace at home.
Come on
now,
Joe.
Yeah, I think we can definitely still win. I think, and this happens every season though, not just for United. Every team.
If we get a goal in the next 5 minutes,
games where you struggle against teams that aren't as good as you. That's just what football is about, isn't it?
Well,
you need
it's happening.
To turn it around.
That's happening.
But it's not like this is unusual, is it?
Yeah,
it's been happening too often. Though.
Yeah, of course, it's been happening too often. But I think every team
decent ball by James.
Great ball by James.
Oh, that was really good.
Dangerous crossing.
He's looked good
Another
today,
good
James.
Ball by Wan-Bissaka. Pogba just sticking a leg out.
I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. Have a go, McTominay. Why not?
Edge of the box. Pulls it.
That was the right decision in those
circumstances.
circumstances.
Slices it wide a little bit.
That was the right decision in those circumstances.
And still, we're not hitting the target.
Nope.
It was a good ball by Wan-Bissaka. And
can you think on your James off your head? What saves the keeper had to make?
None. James. But then the defender got in the way as well.
That wasn't a save then.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
The defender, he had to save it, but yeah.
No, he didn't have to save it.
No, he had to deflect it. Yeah.
Basically, the answer is none.
I didn't think he did the goal even touch that. Dan James shot. I think he just hit the defender.
Okay, 77 minutes, 78 minutes now. The keeper's not made one save.
Yeah.
Not one save.
De Gea, the one save he had to make, didn't. Oh, he has to make 2 saves, hasn't he?
Come on, De Gea for a goal, though.
That's nice from
James.
James.
A foul. Yeah.
Thank you.
Another foul.
I thought it was going to give him a red card for a dive in a minute.
He booked him for that, and yet he didn't book Ward for the foul on the edge of the box.
It's very
cynical.
Yeah,
it's just,
you're right,
the
Joe.
problem is, it's just the inconsistency from the ref, isn't it? Like the Wan-Bissaka one, hand on shoulder. That's a foul and a yellow card.
Right. So
if that's in the box, same to Martial in their box,
and it's not a foul. I'm open to I can accept if it's consistent across the pitch, but it's not.
No, it's not. That's and then the foul on the edge of the box there. That's a yellow card. That's nothing. And then this one's a yellow card.
Got to get a goal, surely.
People are saying Martial's our best penalty taker.
Oh, well, you weren't saying that when Rashford had scored everyone he'd ever taken.
No, and I still won't say that because Rashford got unlucky there. It is what it is.
I think Martial's only took like 2 pen.
Yeah, they've both taken very few penalties, and up until now, or up until this game, they'd scored them all.
It would be stupid to take it off both of them.
Yeah, we're not going to do that, are we?
No, and I hope not.
We've come out and said that Rashford and Pogba are penalty takers.
10 minutes now. In the last 10 minutes.
Yeah,
are we even going to rescue a point? Are we even going to rescue a point?
Well, we don't know. I think we might. I think we've got a good chance of scoring.
Schlupp is not happy he's been taken off.
No, he's barely going off.
Nah, it's not that. He's getting pissed off with the fact that United players are pushing him off the pitch.
Taking ages, yeah.
But aren't you technically now supposed to walk off?
Yeah, but he was basically stood in the centre of the pitch, though.
Okay,
yeah, he's like.
Someone asking me, where did you buy your coat from? eBay.
You got given that when you came down from heaven, didn't you?
No, I've got my robe when I came down from heaven. This was a personal purchase. Pogba cleanly winning the goal kick there.
You haven't seen much of Greenwood, unfortunately.
James. I think James has done that really well.
James has played really, really well.
Greenwood's barely had a touch of the ball, has he?
Oh no.
Zaha pressing up.
Oh, thank God for that.
Palace with it.
Young distributes it out wide. Oh, that's nice from James.
That's good play by Daniel James. Daniel James looked miles better on the left.
Yeah, he's looked really good.
Rashford's done really well
into
here.
The box. That's
penalty,
surely.
No, what? Get the ball back in.
Oh, looked like a foul on Rashford
that really looked like.
I think Rashford was already on the way down.
To be fair, you can tell by Rashford's reaction. I don't think that is a foul. It would be more.
It is a great one. It's a great. Oh no!
Is it?
If that gets given as a penalty, that's one didn't.
I don't think that.
That's not a penalty. His hands on him.
Is that a foul?
He needed to.
I don't know which point of contact is the foul. I don't think that's a foul.
Rashford needed to dangle his leg out.
Yeah.
You know what? From this angle, it does look like it, doesn't it?
I don't think that's a foul. Back of the leg.
Back of the leg. Or...
No, there's no contact.
Oh no, there is.
There's no contact.
Rashford's legs comes into it here. Boom.
No contact.
No penalty. There you go.
Yeah, I don't think that was, to be honest.
That was proper soft.
Yeah.
Oh, that went over Maguire's head. Oh. The unbeaten season's off, boys.
I was fully expecting an unbeaten season before this game.
United Invincibles to finish third.
People saying they still predicted 1-1 draw.
Maguire is really annoyed that I still think we could get a goal, but that was really positive from James and Rashford.
Yeah,
James has looked miles better.
Yeah, second half he's been probably our best player, I'd say.
He's got to play on the left then, hasn't he? But that leaves our right.
Yeah, but we can't. We ain't got any right
still,
wingers.
Still dodgy.
Yeah, I know. And Greenwood, as much as I like him, he's done next to nothing, has he, since he's come on?
Unfortunately not. But then has he been given much of the ball?
Yeah, maybe not. But Dan James has forced himself into the game in a way that Greenwood hasn't.
Absolutely, he's really made an impact. He's
really
been
good.
Really impressive. And you're right, Ronaldo, down that left-hand side, different player, isn't he?
Mm.
Palace are the best ever.
What a great comment.
Fair enough, mate.
Palace are the best ever. They're the best ever.
Thanks
you just look at the trophies they've
won. You might
won,
not be a United fan.
where they finish in the league. They're clearly the best team ever. Yeah, good point.
It's going to be a long season, actually.
United are rubbish. Yeah. How old is this person? Palace are the best ever. United are rubbish.
Rattled you.
I like it. Joe Mayo, keep coming.
Yeah, you should have seen Cam in the studio when we beat him 4-0. So
yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah, that was a different level.
Right, another
different level of round
from United.
Different level. Pogba finds a nice pass.
There. Oh, it was Pogba.
It was Pogba.
Should have known, really.
James. Oh, first time was the wrong decision, but Rashford collects. Oh, don't make a stupid decision here, Young.
I think
he's just expecting it.
I'm just expecting.
I'm just expecting
as much stick as he gets. He's not been bad.
He's not been bad today. But what a pass by McTominay!
Great pass from McTominay. Wan-Bissaka.
Ball as well. Oh no!
That's the issue. Like in the final third, that's not really Wan-Bissaka's error, is it?
But honestly, at the moment, we need somebody who's better in that final. Oh,
Young's
taking it past him. Pass it off. Oh,
that's a dangerous cross from Pogba.
That was a really nice pass.
No one running onto that.
Where's Fellaini when you need him?
Exactly.
Brexit football.
Chip it up.
Yeah.
It's true though. Where is our plan B?
We don't have one.
Where is our plan B? We don't have.
What do you want to be the plan B? What do you want? Some big lad to chip balls into?
That's what a plan B is. That's the definition of what a plan B is. Like,
well, it's not. Not everyone's plan B is a big man to bring the ball into.
But something you can fall back on.
Yeah, I know what a plan B means. I'm just saying a big man isn't necessarily the one.
But my point is, Mata, who I love a lot, is not the plan B, is he?
No. Well, he is in this game. I mean, City's plan B isn't chip it up to a big striker, is it? They seem to be able to find other ways around teams.
We're not City, man. That's the problem.
No, I know we're not. But I'm just saying there's other ways of doing it.
You are right. You are right. Yeah. But we don't have the quality of our first plan.
Yeah, we just don't have enough players, do we? We don't have enough attacking players to have a proper sort of alternative when things aren't going well.
Well, Sanchez almost looks like he's on his way out. But if he doesn't, would you want?
This is what I don't understand. Why are we pushing Sanchez out the door when we literally don't have that much depth in the attacking line?
We just don't have enough depth to.
You just keep him for keeping's sake.
5 minutes now. There's going to be 3 minutes at a time. So this is, if we get a goal, it's big. But we've scored late wins against Crystal Palace before.
Yeah, get Matic on.
You got to have a bit of faith. Yeah, get Matic on.
Let's see if we can do it again.
It's made all our subs now though.
Yeah, if we
get a good free kick, Mata
just came on for, was it Dan James? Or was it McTominay?
It was McTominay.
Okay.
Which is a shame because McTominay's played really, really well.
It's been alright, but I think the manager just thinks we don't necessarily
It's the correct decision.
Those two players on there, yeah.
What are the comments saying?
They're saying...
shit.
The haters are going to hate. We can see that we're dominating and they're scared as they're giving away scrappy challenges. I think it's a good point. We're playing... United aren't playing badly, but it's the results, and this is the problem. This has been the problem for a long time.
Goalkeeper there for Crystal Palace getting the yellow card for time wasting. Nice to see. Not that means anything.
Have you ever seen a player sent off for time wasting?
No. Not.
Oh
no! Look at he's so upset.
Let's not linger on it too long, eh? Come on.
Yeah.
Don't want to see him at his worst.
Don't. Well, we're speechless. We don't know what to say.
Yeah, we don't. You'd hope to see a few more chances created when you second half. Wan-Bissaka, they're not able to step in because he's on a yellow card.
Probably stop the goal then.
That's a United goal kick. This guy shouting Palace in the chat, spelling Palace wrong on all 3 occasions.
Fair play, mate. Congratulations. Your team look like they're about to beat United at home, so can't knock it.
No, I'm not. This is spelling
that stat has gone.
That's about to be gone. That decent fan base as well, to be fair. Palace.
Are you a Palace fan, mate?
No, I don't. I mean, I in the grand scheme of things,
decent fan base. Some of the players are, I like all their players as well.
I don't like their players, but I don't hate.
Still spelling Palace wrong when he's trying to correct himself.
I don't hate them.
No.
Don't hate them.
It's going to be interesting to see what Solskjaer says after the game if we do lose. The worry is, do we have the same situation as we did last season where it just sort of crumbles? Hopefully not, obviously.
I don't see that happening. I see this as just a result that just has happened. We move on. I don't think it's going to be a start of a poor run of results. We're going to think that the Wolves result is a major indicator of us being on a decline, a draw and a loss in a row. But the Wolves result, a draw away, I'll take that, honestly.
You don't.
It's not that result that's the problem, though, is it?
It's this result. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
We've still got, probably at least 5 minutes left as Pogba claims the ball back there. He's
fantastically well.
We deserve it.
Finds a great pass.
Score, I think. Yeah, James
brilliant football.
Go on.
And again.
One more.
And
yeah! Daniel James!
Let's go! Come on!
God,
different man on the left.
Dan James, man.
Different man.
It's 1-1.
Superb.
Fantastic goal by Dan James. And now we've got 5 minutes to get the winner.
There's 2 minutes to go. 3 minutes at a time. 5 minutes.
This is sensational. You feel a bit better. This is a brilliant goal by Dan James.
This is fantastic.
Fantastic. Pogba winning
Daniel James might have just saved me from potential alcohol poisoning later.
Good play on
that.
Martial playing as the number 10 there, giving it into Rashford, back to Martial, to Dan James.
Wait, do you see that emotion from Martial there? I've never seen.
Honestly, a fantastic goal.
That finish is cold.
That reminds me, do you remember the goal Rashford scored against West Ham in the FA Cup?
It does, except Rashford was outside the box and better.
Yeah, that is a fantastic goal.
Daniel James is low-key trying to make himself a bit of a cult hero. A bit of a cult legend.
Trying to show everyone that he's actually got some empathy.
There's Alex Ferguson. He's probably...
Son just touching his forehead.
And what a fantastic game James has had. And he deserves nothing more than that.
Right, let's push on now then. Because if this is a win, that's all, there's nothing better than a late winner.
And you know what United do better than any other side?
Win games late.
Ollie time.
Yeah. Palace pushing up.
You know what? It wasn't even that one goal that he scored.
No.
Yeah, get out of here, mate.
Just ran out of.
You know what? In that 99 season, in cup campaigns, it wasn't even that one goal.
Lingard trying to pick Zaha for just pull his hands away. Go, don't touch me. Lindelof, sorry.
Lindelof.
I knew it was a lid.
You meant to,
some sort of lid.
You meant to be what's the word?
Omnipotent.
Omnipotent.
That's it. Great
what a
pass
ball
by
Rashford.
to Martial.
By Rashford to Martial.
Oh no.
Carry on. Don't ignore the pain.
That might be cramp. Hopefully that's cramp. If Martial's injured, I will cry.
This is nice passing football at the moment. Pogba.
We've used all our subs as well.
Yeah. It doesn't. Why is he limping? Young. Out to James. Just tries to do a bit too much there.
Tried to cut inside. 5 minutes stoppage
5 minutes. That's more than we expected.
Yeah. Is Martial running around or is he?
Martial's barely moving.
According to the commentator.
On our TV stream, on our TV show, definitely.
TV show.
Yeah. Maguire now stepping up, dragging the ball forward. Great
ball from Maguire out to Dan James.
James now on the left again.
I think it looks like is that Greenwood up in the centre now? Martial sort of just slowly strolling
Greenwood's
around on the right hand side. Greenwood with the yellow.
Pass it around. We only need one more chance. We only need one more. Maguire's playing as a midfielder, and some of those balls he's making are better than some of our midfielders are making today. Honestly,
lovely chip up. He sort of filled that gap that McTominay was taking up, hasn't he? He's come off, put another attacker on, and Maguire's kind of stepped into
tactical masterclass by Solskjaer if we win this. I don't see it happen. And Rashford just knocked the ball out, man. He has not had the best game. Let's put it like that.
No, he's not been great. Don't know what's up with Martial. See, this is the Who's going to start the next game now? If Martial's out, people are already talking that maybe we can't drop Lingard now. We can't drop. I don't think we would drop James anyway. But
4 minutes is a long time though. 4 minutes left. 3.5.
Yeah, but still plenty of time. You'd like to see us make one more good chance.
Yeah, absolutely. And as Young passes it to no one, but we will take that. Palace forced to put the ball out. There's a chance, and this is what United do. They do win games late. We did a couple of seasons ago against Palace. That match is screamer. Let's see what happens. Free kick in the right position. Mata buries it as Pogba loses the ball and Palace come on the counter attack. They don't have enough men forward really to want it, but they can create something. Down the left here, Zaha cutting inside. Watch out! Wan-Bissaka. Oh my God! It's got in.
Palace have scored.
De Gea screwed it up. De Gea's let the ball go through him, and Van Aanholt has scored.
This is why
I do not believe it. I do not believe it. They have had nothing, and United have given them 2 goals. A mistake by Lindelof for the first one, and Wan-Bissaka not tracking back. Here, De Gea letting the ball go straight through him. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
So who's that on the ball? That's Van Aanholt. Credit
to Zaha, he does very well here. creates the opportunity, and that's awful goalkeeping. That's awful goalkeeping. That should never be going in.
It just goes under his body, doesn't it?
An absolute joke.
Poor by De Gea there. Just don't get down quick enough to his right hand side.
Yeah. And it's not that man's. It's not Solskjaer's fault either, because he made the right changes.
Yeah. Although we're slightly missing in midfield there, but I'd like to see that tackle on Pogba again, but he just got caught on the ball, didn't he?
Good lord. Good lord.
So it's a minute and a half to save it again. It's amazing that the amount of chances United have created, and we've only managed to score 1 goal, and Palace get 2 goals from basically 2 chances.
Have we created that many chances though?
Well, half chances. We've got a penalty. Yeah. We've got plenty of shots away. We've had a lot of the ball, a lot more of the chances than they've had. Yeah, it's the same story as last season, I guess, so far. After that brilliant goal by Dan James as well, it's such a shame to see that kind of thing get wasted,
isn't it? Because that was exceptional.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it,
just too soft.
Make sure you watch Match of the Day, because it was exceptional.
I mean, I don't think I'll watch Match of the Day.
No, well, I mean, after this, flipping, there aren't many other highlights for us. That's it. It's a minute to go. It's game over, and we have lost. We're going to lose 2-1.
A lot of people leaving the ground as well. See a lot
of
red seats.
Empty, lots of red seats. Almost. Still got more fans in it than the Etta had, but it's not exactly good, is it? What a
just a good tackle on Pogba. He's just not looking behind him. Gets dispossessed, sloppy on the ball.
Welcome to what it's like being a Manchester United fan for the past 6 seasons. It's our comeuppance for being too good for the other before that. We got all of the pain that our fans experienced in the space of a decade.
Well and truly.
Van Aanholt as well. Like, what?
Try and get the ball in the box one more time if we can. No, that's a throw into Palace as 95th minute comes up.
Oh no, it's theirs. Yeah, it's game over.
That's probably the end of the game there.
Fucking hell, mate.
Ronaldo's gone.
I don't know how you could be anything other than gone as a United fan.
I am gone, but
like watching United get beat 2-1 against Palace.
No. Can we not do a post-match review because this is a joke? Refereeing's been a bit of a joke. Our performance is the bigger joke. I can't believe De Gea let that in. Honestly, I think
time to get the ball in the box one more time, or is that going to be the end?
One more time. Look at it, Greenwood.
No one's even. No,
full time. Right, thanks
we've lost.
Fair play, Crystal Palace.
Obviously,
for the first time in 20 games.
Full time. It's 2-1 to Crystal Palace. We'll see, you'll see us in the review show in about 10 minutes. Obviously, this is how we feel. Thanks very much. See you in a bit.